through trials and tribulations, you have prevailed. Your spirit is unbreakable, never derailed. With a rich heritage and culture and grace, Liberia, you are the land we embrace.
You are welcome to the bottom line, Liberia.
And indeed, you are welcome to the bottom line, Liberia, this beautiful Tuesday evening. Today is the 27th of February, the second month of the year, and we're almost like if February was human being, we say he's almost near the grave. He's only down there now. Just and normally February will be 28 days, which is a normal year, but this is a leap year, so it's going to be 29 days. So we have 2 more days and we'll say goodbye to February and we'll enter the third month of the year, March. But let me say welcome to my colleague, Jamal Kamara there in the UK, and Paul the Lord Chiloply is going to be joining us just in the twinkling of an eye. And so together we'll be here discussing issues of national concerns for Liberia and to Liberians. Jamal, welcome, and how are you faring?
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. It's good to always be back on the borderline. Sometimes it's basically you do your job out there. You have to come back and discuss issues of your own country, your beloved country. It is accomplishing. So always love to be back.
Good. I've heard this many times. People say your home is your home. And I remember when we were just growing up as boys, 1970 something, 77, 78. I remember Prince Nico made this music, Home Be Home. Yeah. You can travel the whole world over, or home be home. Well, if you don't make it back home, that's it. But the dream we all have is to travel the world over and then carry that experience back to our home. No matter how small our home is our home. So let me say tonight we're going to be looking at issues that Liberians are concerned about and that concern Liberia. And some of those issues we'll be looking at tonight is, the recent student protest at the University of Liberia campus on Fender, where students were seen being brutalized by police. This one is no allegation. It happened. There are videos to that. And we'll also be looking at, we'll be discussing that issue as to whether, it's unlawful or lawful for the students to protest as provided by the Constitution. And also we'll be looking at few video clips, one of which President Joseph Numa Boakai is in a conversation with a very prominent mayor, Dr. Allen White. When you hear that name, you know what it clicks to your mind. And we'll be reviewing our newspapers as usual. And probably Chima would like to tell us a little bit of what are some of the headlines that we'll be discussing.
Thank you very much. We'll be going through some newspaper, the major headlines. We'll be looking at the 10 new positions. Recently there's something about LTA, Liberia Communications, the National Fishery Authority, Aquaculture Authorities, and also the National Lottery and the Good Governor Commissions. Those are positions, are 10 new positions that will be created by the Act of Legislature. So those positions should be like, it's a fixed term. So the president will replace those very leaders, some very members of the commissioners, and also those who are appointed on the commission. So it's an argument, and we're going to look at that. The newspaper came over straight on that. We're going to be looking into that. Also, we'll be looking at that. The front. It's a newspaper carried that the first President Weah wife, Clara Weah, was denied to use the VIP launch at the RIA. So it's also in the story tonight. And that's our major one we'll be looking at. Probably we'll also be going to other major stories, but those are four major stories we have from the major newspaper in Liberia right now.
Great. I think they are worth discussing those issues. Well, again, let me say welcome to those of you who just joined us for the first time. This is the Bottom Line Liberia. Linford Goa is my name, and Jamal Kamara is in the UK. Paul Elotre will be joining us pretty soon, and tonight we'll be discussing these issues that we just talked about. But we're going to take a quick musical break, and when we get back, we'll be getting into action. And just before we go, Jamal, this is February. I'm wondering, February is leaving us so early. It's like the trimming
Yeah,
of
the
an
good thing of
eye.
yeah, February is it's an article the shortest month in the year. People
Mm-hmm.
think because right after January, your pocket is depleted, you empty, you spend all the new year, everybody's broke. They're waiting for January, February to end to get some money. If you get their pay job down. So it's something like in the West that people be worried because by the end of December, starting December, end of January, everybody's broke in
Yeah,
Europe
I know.
because everybody like watching for February to come and get paid. So the 29 and the leap year, that's a good thing. And man, it's like the thing about it is like something always great happen. It's I don't know if it's a legend saying or something. Leap year, always great thing happen. I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what you
yeah.
tell me no more like something is a
I
legend
remember
saying
when
this. Yeah.
we were kids, they say a lot of people can die that year or bad thing can happen.
No, but I'll tell you something. Yeah, we got some story now. It may definitely in UK big time. We just one of our sisters just lost her daughter again, 3 4
Oh,
days ago in the UK. So we have
oh
been
no.
hit by death news in UK just on and on and on. And just one of our guys, we should pray for one of our guy. He's also being rushed to the hospital today. Saying he had a seizure, so he's in the hospital. So we should also wish for him well. A lot of things happening right now. We're bound to happen because we are all human and whatever the case, man, whoever is struggling right now to survive, you are in the hospital, we wish you well. You just have your whatever struggle you're going through now, we want on behalf of the brother and one way to wish you well. And then we keep strong. I know you're going to pull through.
Well, again, that's we our hearts go out to all of the people that we know and who know us and are going through some of these tragedies. And let me tell you, death is something that we cannot get used to. No matter how many people die from you, if one will die, even if it's a distant relative, you will still feel it, and we never get
Yeah.
used to it, and death never departs from us. And on the flip side, one of the problems with February is that there are people who are born February 29, and those
Mm.
people they celebrate their birthday every 4 years, once every 4 years. So somebody born February 29, they can live 30 years. They can live more than 30 years if they celebrate their birthday. So if you celebrate your birthday, so it's 30 times 4, 120 years. And it's not easy to
Where you
live.
got where you got that story for? I hear those who bought her
No,
something.
but that's a reality, Paul. What do you think about that? If I was born February 29 and celebrating this year 2020, 2024, I will not celebrate again the 2028. So if I celebrate my birthday 30 times, that hell of a long time, man.
But you can also do something. You can always celebrate on the 28th. You don't have to do it. You can always pre-celebrate your birthday. You don't have to be on it every 4 years. So definitely you have to do it. So the guy who celebrate a birthday or the lady who celebrate her birthday every 4 years can always have it on the 28th. So it's not a problem, is it?
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Not a problem. You just say your date. You can say to pre-birthday. Okay, today my birthday will be on the 28th every month on the first. 28th it's not going to be there. It's going to be around. So
Because
that's good thing.
if you be waiting for every 4 years to celebrate your birthday, my man, time going.
What about those who don't celebrate birthday then?
Yeah, well, I think that is good for them. But Paul, welcome. And how you doing before we go to our musical break?
Right. Good evening, gentlemen. It's good to be back on the bottom line. The Lord Chalupe is doing extremely well. It's back to be here. And to our viewers, welcome to the wonderful bottom line. And kindly share the show. We'll have a very interesting story today, topic to discuss. I'm excited with
Okay.
this war crown thing that we'll talk about later, and also other
Hmm.
issues that is very important. So, Jamal, it's good to be back here.
Thank you for having you. Also, I've been away for a while, so it's good to have you back on the show. Yeah, walk around court. It's been a big news. I don't know how it's going to look like. We're going to discuss that. It's one of the biggest things on our show tonight. The biggest things, one of the bigger things is discussing the walk around court. Walk and economic round court. Let me get it right. So it's going to be a big news. We're going to break that news here. Probably if you've not heard it, we're going to break it right here. Stay with us. Let's go for the musical break, Linvo.
Okay, and so you guys in our listening audience and viewing audience, by way of Jala TV in Liberia, we want to say thank you to Jala TV, and those of you watching from Liberia. All you need to do is share the show, and if you want to be a part of the show, one of the best things you can do is to leave your comment. Probably if you got a question that you want us to attempt to answer, we can do that. But we want to say welcome to all of you, and we'll be back right after this break.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not go. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not to corrupt. No one to trust. My people, no one to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are the roads? Where are the jobs that they say they could afford? But they're too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then stay they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. So much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to beat? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie.
Let me say welcome back to the bottom line, Liberia. I don't know, maybe you guys have something to say about this music, because I'm still trying to put my head around the idea that brought this music to Takunji. when he made this music, because it was like he was kind of what we say in Liberia, cutting sand, for the future, because everything the boss said some 12 years, 15 years ago is coming to pass, and this is peculiar to every government that comes to power in Liberia. These people will lie, they will be corrupt, they will mistreat their people, as if to say this is just a norm that every government that comes to power in Liberia will go back. And what was this boy thinking some 15 years ago or more than that when he made this music? But gentlemen, welcome again to the borderline, and I think we're going to pick up from here. Jima, you are muted, please.
Linford, they always say musicians are prophets. They prophesize and they're artists. When the word artist is not just an artist. If you are born to do the job, you do it very well. And your music come on is like, I remember one of the it was this guy, the late Sonu Okusu from Nigeria. He said, I'm an artist. If I begin to write books, people will not read the book. If I turn to music, people will follow. Even if I'm not around, people will listen to the beat. They will follow the song. Some people catch the lyrics, and it will make sense to a lot of people. And he became a revolutionary artist. Takunje, this is classic for him. I mean, he'll keep coming back and resonating for years. Not only Liberia, it covers other part of Africa as well, where we see corruptions at the highest peak, and we see other situations that we can't control when the people are running the show. It's just prophesies the situation. This is how you can describe it. And it will still keep being. I mean, this is a classic. If you were someone living in Europe or someone in the West, this kind of music, you keep winning awards, and people go and make video out of it, proper video, make video out of it. And it is what it is today. I mean, we need to give hats off to him. And we also see that many other Liberians are singing songs like this. We don't have an opportunity to play them. I hope we can have the opportunity. Also, one of these days, we got Takunje and ask him about the song. What were you thinking about? Probably he just doing having a shower. He just thought of this song, he started writing. That's how. So the artist will put the music together. Paul, this is Paul's favorite. I think Paul got more than I do.
Guys, first of all, I would like to say
Paul Batman Shanghai here.
The thing is, when you friend of the King of England, the people see you, they see you different. So I listen to you talking about Takunje. I think Takunje had a dream, and that's what he put into the music, and he was spot on year in, year out. What he said in the music, it just resonated with a lot of Liberians, and every year, whoever that is elected, they just fall into the same bad habit. So Takunje, I think we need to get him on the show here to tell us what was he thinking of. He went to jail and all for during the early time, and I think something about maybe while in jail, that's where he thought, no, this guy, I have to write something Bible then, while they keep lying to us. So it's some good music. But having said that, today I'm delighted and the information that we're going to share with our audience. And if that happened, I got a bottle of Jack Daniel here that I've been, every time I pass by it, I just been looking forward to the Jack Daniel that when
Jack Daniel during the election, you're still drinking. You drink it?
No, there's a new bottle of Jack Daniel I bought.
It's not fair to our audience that drink, Paul. They wouldn't want to drink the Jack Daniel when you're happy. What about those who want to drink the Jack Daniel? What do you want to share with them?
The thing is, I'm alone because what happened, I made a promise to myself, and I pledged this, that the day Prince Johnson and all others are handcuffed and then taken to jail, that day at least I will get drunk with my bottle of Jack Daniel. So I'm kind of excited with what we're going to talk about. And I mean, you can see the excitement in me. So let's roll.
Paul, you used to visit Prince Johnson Church. So why you wanted to be arrested? You one of those guys that follow him, didn't you?
Visit Prince Johnson Church for what? If I want to Prince Johnson Church,
One of his first on his sermons. You didn't
Oh
know? I thought you
no!
one of those.
If I went to his church, then I might have taken my snap or raffle from Russia to go and snap it up, but it just I never had the time to visit our church. So, yeah.
Well, guy, let's get to real business here. And once again, those of you watching from Chalas TV in Liberia, please share the show to your contacts. That's the best you can do for us. Invite your friends and like our page so that whenever we come on, you'll be notified. And for those of you following on the bottom line, if you look at the page there, we are saying please support the bottom line Liberia. If you are interested in supporting us, just let us know. We'll provide you all the information. You know, this is a platform that we run, and this platform is here to stay. We'll provide you free information, and together, you with us are working. So we got to support each other.
Yeah.
But having said that, Paul, you said you got information for us, or maybe we'll go through the newspapers first, because the newspaper will lay the premise for most of what we'll be discussing, right? So,
Yeah.
Jima, what do you have for us? One of the hottest, because everything on those papers are hot. So, what is
I will take you to the front page newspaper, front page Africa. This is what you have today. Is the story. Taking the president to the law. This story is about 5 commissioners from the Liberian Telecommunication they were asked. I think the oppositions were thinking there was some that were replaced, and the new appointment made by the president. Therefore, they wrote to the Supreme Court that to the issue of rate of prohibition, something like that, to stop them being dismissed. The tenure position, the 5 tenure positions, this should be they're up to 2026. That's the law, because this is the story from the front page newspaper, says that 5 commissioners were asked. I mean, they were dismissed from their jobs, and according to the law, this LTA and other agencies in Liberia, which is the National Fishery Aquaculture Agency, the National Lottery, the Governor Commissions, those are the agencies that were created by the Act of Legislation. So they got tenure position. What do you mean by tenure positions? It's a fixed period of time. When you've been appointed to serve that position, you must complete that period, or if you did not violate the law, you can serve up to the end of the period. So the LTA commissioners, should be up to 2026. So President Barker has appointed other people to serve in those positions. So the 5 commissioners took the president to court. So this is the story. So they need done. What happened then? The Supreme Court put a temporary hold on the appointment of those commissioners. But that's the story, guys. That's the story, Nifo.
Okay, taking the president to the law. You know what I like about the headline.
No.
The headline kind of depicts that nobody, absolutely nobody, is above the law. So you can be the president, you can be a minister of finance that kind of responsible to control our little money we get in the country. You can be president of the National Bank. You can be whoever. You can be the vice president, you can be the senator, or the president pro tem, or the chief justice. And there's one thing I have not seen in Liberia or never heard of is whether people can sue the chief justice too, because the guy presides, or he or she presides over the Supreme Court. So, and the Supreme Court is the final arbiter of all legal issues in Liberia. So, if something happened between you and the Supreme Court, can you, the chief justice or any of the justices on the bench, can you sue them too? I've never seen that. It can happen. I'm not saying it can happen, but I've never seen that. So, but what I'm trying to say is that, the headline tells me that nobody, absolutely nobody, is above the law. If you break a law, you can be taken to a court. And so these commissioners are dragging, in my own words, dragging the president to the law. Paul?
Yeah, it's a good question you ask. I think you can sue the Chief Justice as well. So if he ran into you while driving, if he harm you, you can sue him to the court that are responsible for accident. And then if he go to court, he will be a normal human being to plead whether he guilty or not. So nobody above the law. I mean, this is a good story. The article itself said it. I think the tenure position was created by the UP government, and I don't know how come something they created, they know of it, and then to appoint people into those roles, and those tenure have not finished, so they have all rights to take them to court. So yeah, so let's hear what the court will say. And it is important that people who is a law-abiding country, so let wait and see. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
supposed
but
to.
I think, guys. Well, I think the president is not being informed. We are actually advising him is doing it wrong, and I think there's some law that clarifying or making some clarity on these issues. Like lawyers, we are not. I don't think any one of us here is a student of law, but I think if the person has gone to appoint somebody, there must be some information given him, like giving the right to do it. But we don't know yet. We hope somebody can clarify this because you wouldn't have gone to just
I'll play
appoint
the
somebody.
devil advocate. I'll play the devil advocate here.
Right. Okay.
These tenure positions were created when he was vice president. He was the number two person. And what he said in one of the interview, every decision I was made, he was the last person that left the room before those decisions were made. So this tenure job is no something strange to him. He is the arbiter of the law. He created this tenure post. So I don't think is he should say, oh, you should say that he was not advised. It's like my baby. This is what we did. This is our legacy. And on your legacy, you cannot somersault on it. So I think it was error on his part. To be honest, that's my uncle I'm talking about here. They created. I think it's something that he and Eddie they cherry that it was my baby.
And but again, Mr. Advocate, also remember that this president will always give a disclaimer. Okay, Paul, continue. I got to take this call. It's very important. There's somebody who wants to come here to talk about a tenure position, so he's calling me back.
Okay. Yeah. So the thing is, what I'm saying here is like 6 years ago, let's say 7 years ago, they created something like this to just say you forget it, and then they knew what it was important that they brought the tenureship into place. Remember, all of the art that they created, people abide by it. So why come to office now and say, oh no, I appoint people, and you knew those positions, not many of them, there are few. So I think the government just made a mistake, that's all. So since they made a mistake, we accept they made an error, and now the court will justify whether these people should stay on their post. But we're not legal people here, but the fact is, I think they made a mistake. Because seems nothing happened on former president Weah when he went for other people's jobs. And
Was that a national lottery position? Something was an argument about that sometime in Georgia, where somebody were appointed.
So guys, but like I said, there is somebody who really wanted to come on the show to talk about or give his view about the tenure position. Unfortunately, he didn't. He sent me a message, but I didn't get it until when I just came in the evening. Then I saw it, and then he too did not have the time. He's engaged with something else. He cannot come on the screen to discuss. But Chima, if you take down the stuff, and then we can have. But we got a guy on the line. He's going to call his name, and then he will give us what he thinks about it. Good evening, Douglas. Do you hear me?
Yeah, good evening, guys. Hearing you, I'm getting you loud and clear. How are you?
Yeah, we are fine. And this is Douglas Pelo, and he follows Liberian politics. And by way of introduction, from what I know him to be, he's a supporter of GMB and the Unity Party, very strong supporter. And he lives here, I think, in Norway. So Douglas, tell us, the tenure position thing is going on. People who supposed to be completing that tenure, they are still there, and this Unity Party government wants to replace them on several grounds. Some of them wore party T-shirts, they campaign openly, which is a breach of the the SOP, okay, for the standard operation procedure for the tenured positions. What is your take? Do you support your government removing these people, or should these people complete their tenure?
100%. Look, those positions.
Will you mind bring it close to the microphone? It's not clear.
What was the reason behind the tenure position?
And get close to your phone so you'll be louder.
You getting me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Much better.
What was the reason behind the tenure position?
We don't know. Tell us.
Okay, now because most of the government, during the Unity Party time, they saw that most of those positions people were using them for political reasons. Politicians were using those people to do bidding for them, So Unity Party, in that, like they said, Ellen said she wanted democracy, she wanted people freedom to do their work. So, for example, GSC, they will not audit you, and the president will let for you to put something there that if you, LNCC, the president will have a lot of things, controls and things on you. So, if you have freedom, the president will not have anything to do with you. They will not tell you, say, okay, I'm doing corruption, but put this there. So you will have freedom because you will not have the threat of being fired.
Okay.
So because of this,
Mm-hmm.
let me just because of this, the president they started to create these positions as tenure positions. But before that, we had 3 other institutions that are created by the Constitution. Now, you as a man in the tenure position, then you start to campaign. And in those tenure positions, tenure clause, they have a lot of clauses there. And those clauses forbid them from taking part into politics. Now, people say Unity Party criticize the CDC. We said the CDC was fully in the tenure position. That was our position. The position was not because the tenure positions were there, and nobody wanted to, and no one wanted for George Weah to tackle with them. But we said he was killing those tenure positions because he was using those people for political reasons. During the 2020 election, those guys in the tenure positions, they were campaigning.
Okay, but hold on. Let me ask you this question. All guys will ask. Now, this very tenure position that the Unity Party is fighting against today, it was created in the history of Liberian politics. It was the Unity Party government that initiated what we call tenure position today. What did they see at that time?
Yeah, that's what the reason for us creating them, we have got the reasons. That's why we were against it. We got a reason for creating the tenure position. The reason was because those guys in the tenure positions, for example, the auditing commission, the auditor will definitely be afraid of putting things that the president did wrong, or one of those ministers did wrong.
Oh, and so when the United Party created this position and put those people there, they created with the idea that the people that are putting there will be afraid of them, that they will not audit them. No. But you created a thing.
They created them in the position that these guys will have freedom to not take part in politics, to not be politically influenced. So they must be all outside from politics. For example, John Molu was hating it because that position was a failure position. They couldn't fire him that easily. So, for example, the people
Okay. I think the other guys got some questions to ask because we don't have that much time.
Yeah.
Douglas, Jamal here. Douglas, the question you are saying that the positions were created, if they were violating their positions, like involved in political affairs, which they shouldn't do, they should have another clause in that act that created. Like, look at the LTA, which was created in 2007, and it was to fix period of term. Is there anything in the clause that say that you were involved in politics, or in anything that contravenes your position as commissioner? You should resign, or you should be sacked. Is there anything like that there? No, down.
Within the LTA that says
Yeah.
if you contravene, if you do anything that contravene
The tenure.
The act, the tenure act created.
The tenure position where they have clause that clause they will be removed by precedent. I just forgot that I was reading it this morning. Now that's not a clause there that will tell you that will cause you to be removed for cause. These causes are, for example, taking by political. They will not put them political, and also political reasons.
Okay, but let me just ask you a quick question. Now, the tenure position that you are removing people from, you are going to put your partisans there. So, in turn to vote, who will they be voting for?
They will vote, but once you put them there, they will not take part in political activities.
Oh, but wait now, so I don't understand. So you put the people there, they are partisans, and they'll vote for you. But then you said they will not take part in political activities. So why not?
For example, Emma Glasgow can vote, but she will not campaign.
Okay.
That campaign election, they created those positions to be tenure. They give you 6 years. That 6 years, you will not take part in politics, and politicians will not have any power to remove you or something. You are free, but you will not take part in politics. For example, National Election Commission. During the election, commissioners should go and be campaigning for a political party. Then you go and start conducting election.
So, but there is a violation.
Let me tell you.
No, there is a violation here. There's a violation of the Liberian people's right.
No, it's not violation.
Wait, listen. Everybody has the right under the law to exercise their franchise to vote. Okay? Yeah. So why are you stopping people from voting? Simply because you get a job.
I'm not saying that you stop people from voting, but stopping from canvassing. Canvassing is not voting.
What is the big difference?
Campaigning for somebody is not voting.
Okay, Paul, ask your question.
No, I actually don't have question for Douglas, to be honest, because the thing is, it was something that created by the Unity Party for people to be independent. So if they violated the laws, there's something the Unity Party should have created called the ombudsman, which the Omer Boyka talked about in his inauguration speech. Now, if they should be independent, Liberians will have 5-6 million Liberians. Those jobs should not be going to Unity Party. Saying it should be qualified Liberians from all around the globe.
Independent person.
Yeah. So that was the independent. But you want to put your party in there, then it means you actually wish hunting them, and that's the bottom line of the whole issue here. It's not about they were campaigning. So if somebody wore party T-shirt, listen now, if somebody wore party T-shirt,
hold on.
If someone wore party T-shirt or did a video, do you have the sophistication in Liberia to determine is that person in a T-shirt? You don't have that. So how can you use that as do you have the video evidence? That have to be so the way the law was structured, they're supposed to have a 5-man committee as an ombudsman that will investigate if these people did wrong before they can be removed from that job. But you cannot bring your partisan. That is the law. So you go and read it. And that's why I said, oh, we did. That's how it was set up.
Let me tell you something.
Go.
Yeah. You know, these are two different things. The code of conduct is not the telling positions something. Telling position is different. Code of conduct is different. Code of conduct is dealing with entire conflict. Whether a sweeper, whether somebody that is down there, whether you are working with government and you are doing something different that is contrary, for example, approaching the girls in the office, sexual harassment. This is the thing that code of conduct talks about. But code of conduct is not the telling position. All the telling positions, they have their clauses in their establishment, and those clauses are then clear.
Okay, Paul, let me ask you the final question because time is not on your side, it's not on our side either. Let me ask you the final question. Do you agree that those positions if the people who occupy them now, for example, Emma Glasgow at NASA, if she actually, because I listened to what the guy Puchu Keita that they got pictures for her. That she okay. Yeah. And remember that now Unity Party to get picture, everybody get picture too. So, but the question I want to ask here is, what if they are successful in removing them? Do you agree that those positions should not be necessarily occupied by your city and by your United Partisans, that any Liberian can take it? Do you agree? Do you agree?
No, I don't agree. The Constitution of the land says that if you are appointed to a position, you should relinquish everything that you are doing. But if you are not in a position, you can start buying anything. But once you are appointed,
you are not answering the question, Douglas. The question is, if you remove Emma Glasgow, for example, should I take that position? Should one Joe Blow from who is that from any party, but it's a Liberian, take that position, or should they?
Anybody can take that position, but you should relinquish your political alliances.
No, that's what I'm saying. So the people who go in there, they are United Party people. So are they going to relinquish their United Party?
Yeah, they are going to relinquish it right away.
Okay. Thank you very much, Douglas. You and I will go on this thing for 100 years. We're not in it because we do it all the time. But
no, but that's it. They'll relinquish. Watch it. They'll relinquish.
Linford, can we move on, because Douglas is not providing you any information of what it is.
Anyway, thank you, Douglas. I know you keep my own party line. That's why I said you support the Unity Party or a member of the Unity Party.
Can we move on?
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and we hope we can have you one day, another time, and then you can make a contribution. It was good having you. Thank you. What's it? Yeah, we agreed they'll be removed, but they shouldn't be replaced by your partisan. That's what we're saying.
They will not be compensated.
Linford, can we move on?
Douglas, thank you very much.
The man have nothing to offer. He does not understand the rules. The thing is simple. There are clauses that is there. If he does not understand it. If campaigning is one of them, fine. But there might be a body set up to investigate. They have not done that yet. To say,
yeah, they only suspected the people, or they say they took their picture with t-shirts, so they're going to remove them.
So the Joseph Boyka, President Boyka, who they put somebody, they took a head and put it on somebody's body, say he able-bodied man. So is that picture right? So anybody can create pictures. So picture evidence can be thrown out of court. People don't use it as it, but you must have a good reason.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, this is the Unity Party. This is the typical Unity Party. They created their own team because it suited them at that time. That the auditors that they put in there, or those people they put in the very key places, will not be.
So let's move on, because this guy just killed the whole thing. That's all. I thought he had something substantial to come over.
No, he was defending their position.
No, but it's not about defending the party here. We're talking about the law. It could be me at that position. Not because your partisan won't go there, you remove me. And we know it's all about people they promise. So what about Perfect Key and Judy Andes? That they want to remove her and give it a Perfect Key. So because he campaigned for them, does that make sense?
Yeah, but and one of the mistakes again is the position Judy Andes has is not appointment position.
Exactly.
It's not elected position. So you gotta go through the process where the chiefs and the elder ladies went together and confirm the title on her. But let's move ahead. I don't know where is Jima, but let's bring the next picture up.
The justice system, seeking them to withdraw the case
Not this one.
Jima, come back. Let me see.
Jima needs to come back. I don't know.
All right, so
Okay, I see one picture here. This one.
that is the arrival of President George Weah.
Yeah, and they say his wife was denied access to a VIP lounge.
Jima have the inside of this story. When he back, we'll talk about it. But before going to that, I just want you to put that picture back on with the 10 new posts. And after that 10 new thing, and then follow with the period video that you put up. This guy, this video, just put this video up, remove that, then you put this, remove the picture from there.
I mean, that was wrong.
Okay. Now, I want you to go back.
Judy Andy.
Hold on. I'm carrying this back.
It can be percent
And I'll put it on pause. Yeke Koluba and few other representatives went to see, they went to the fishery department. That's where they had meeting to understand what was going on. And after that meeting, there was a press conference also. And this is where this Foco from District 9 came up with the allegation that he's going to impeach the current president. So
I guess put a bill forward to impeach.
So I want our audience to listen to this.
Will sit and look at the government abroad to harass people in the country, waste your time. If they bring people here to protest, I will put people in my bosses, they will come here, will protect people. It can be to LTA, it can be to central bank, will protect the people. Use the law and let the law be the law of the day. It's a pleasure. Let's get it. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.
You are sponsoring a bill to impeach the president. Why are you doing so?
Yeah, my communication will be on the floor. Hopefully on Tuesday or Thursday, we're going to impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has convinced us in 1 month that he cannot steer the affairs of this country. So we are already working with our lawyers. As soon as possible today, we're going to be working on that all day. Hopefully tomorrow it should be on the floor. If not there tomorrow, the impeachment of the president will be on the floor on Thursday by God's grace. So we're going to make sure that we impeach President Bouaka. President Bouaka has shown to us in 1 month that he cannot manage this country. See what has happened 2 times. The president has now represented Liberia or Liberia. We have our other African presidents now who just went over the weekend. We have a serious issue around the region that is going on. And presidents have gone to make decisions about our region. Our president is not there again. A few days ago, the president also sent the foreign affairs minister to go and represent Liberia. What is happening? In Armed Forces Day, the president could not go to have this program. There are a lot of things happening. There are a lot of breach of issues. They are breaking the law in just many places. Just making a lot of phony appointments. The president just made an open statement that they should generally audit the the Central Bank of Liberia. Yes, it is good. By law, they should audit the Central Bank of Liberia. But is it the prerogative of the president to give instruction for them to audit? You know what the Central Bank of Liberia come with? There are a lot of different accounts, private accounts within the Central Bank of Liberia. How one morning, one president just wake up and he just happy one morning. Probably, I don't know what happened or why he's overly excited about. Like he did not expect to become a president. Now that he has become a president, he's kind of confused and overly happy over the presidency. So what I think the president can do is to relax himself. He's overly doing things, which is wrong. Let's look at the port of Buchanan. How can you appoint somebody into a civil servant position? I'm not still figuring it out. Okay, how now the managerial position at Rofon? No president should appoint by law. No president should appoint anybody at Rofon. If you are not satisfied with the person who works there, the woman has 5 years. She has just served for 6 months, and you just come as a president overnight. And you just say you appointed somebody. Is this the kind of change we spoke about? Is this his rescue? He came to rescue Liberia. The president was just in a private jet. He went unceremoniously to Ghana of recent. Why did he go there? The Ghanaian president have to lodge at him and carry his complaint. Why did he go to do Ghana? Nobody knows. And you know, for me, I don't like to speak on the issue of illness because anybody can get sick. But if the president is not well, he should do the honorable thing to go and seek medication. His vice president will govern the country until he returns. And there are just a lot of different things happening. And within president, like of recent, the legal advisor to the president office admitted on OKFM, through a press briefing, that he actually called the legal people at the justice system, seeking them to withdraw the case or cancel the case, to terminate the case. That was wrong. the case of Judy Andy, Ambassador Judy Andy. That was wrong. According to our constitution, no branch should interfere with another branch work. Why are they abusing power? And I can assure President Bwaka, I can assure him, oh man, trust me, we're going to work with you. We respect you. But one thing we'll never accept from you, we'll never accept you to disrespect our constitution.
You're talking about impeachment.
Yeah, we are impeaching the president. They are on many counts. We have those counts.
With the president.
What?
You're going to work with the president, but you're going to impeach him.
I'm working with him if he agreed to work in conformity with the law. But if Bwaka goes against the law, trust me, and he has proven to us on many other counts. So I'm doing the communication. I mean, I just listed the count. I mean, you're not feeling my food my Sunday morning.
But here is at the end stage, you believe that Bwaka is still in the line.
There is no other time to speak to any government if they do wrong. In the early stage, if they do well, we celebrate them. In the early stage, my man, I don't want you talking about being early. Your President Bwaka served as vice president for 12 years. How can you tell me that President Bwaka is learning? Everything that
Okay. Now, this is interesting.
But I would love to see it to the end of that video, too.
No, the thing is, he's just repeating himself. This is interesting. Now, the reason why I say it's interesting, this guy is a sedition. And George Weah, my good friend, did good and did a lot of bad, and did a lot of good and did a lot of bad. For Christ's sake, the thing that the 16 billion that got missing, nobody talk about impeachment and all that here. We know there was protests and all that. But you don't think it's that so early for these guys to start talking about they're going to impeach the president?
Well, I don't know if there is anything again, like Jima said before, none of us there is a legal student on this platform, but we all may be speaking from some experience, having been Liberians and watching the political developments in Liberia. I don't know if there is any law on the book that says, well, that attaches, if there's any law that attaches any timeline to the actions to be taken against the president or anybody elected.
No, I know there's no timeline, but the thing is,
no, you can't be sure. That's why I say we don't know whether there's any law or not.
Yeah, so there are, you see, if you're a bad guy and you're not telling people that this guy is bad, people will not take you seriously. But the guy who is good, telling say, look, Lifor is bad, people will listen to him. Why am I saying this? These were the very people yesterday were doing these ugly things, and now today they want to be the people heroes. That's the point I'm making. That's
you mean the representative, right?
The representative.
Okay, but I will also tell you this, that if I were doing bad, and I know that I'm doing bad, and the bad that I'm doing, I know it. I know that I'm doing bad, and I also know the bad thing that I'm doing. And then all of a sudden, probably I was arrested, or I was taken away from that opportunity that I had to do that. So I'm an ordinary person now. And then I see John Brown come in my place and doing the same thing. I'll blow alarm and say, oh, but that thing they man doing, I'll doing it. I know it's bad. It's bad to do this thing because I know it. You know what I mean? I know it. So when he speaks of it, even if they were doing it, but he speaks of it, he's warning you that this thing is bad because they did it, like you're saying, they did it. So they know. And like people can say this thing, they say that I'm no witchcraft, no friend. So one morning the man will go look at the man, they only walking say, only that witchcraft. That man who talking in a witch too, So if this Safoko from the CDC comes and begin to bark at President Bwaka today, then he knows that what he's doing is not good because they did it. And again, there is no, to answer your first inquiry, there is no special time to say, no special time limit to say, we can impeach the president. The president was elected one time on one day, which was election day. The president can be removed on one day, which is the day that impeachment proceedings go through the court and it's accepted. He can go whether on the first day, the second, the third, or fourth day, or 1 month. There's no timeline. So the Constitution left it open for the people. And remember that the power lies in the hands of the people. So who is Bwaga ruling? Bwaga is ruling us. So if all Liberians, 5 million people get and say, we want to marry today.
That one is granted. But what the point I'm making here, this, anyway, maybe Jamal will chime in, because there was the same thing that Carlos Graydon, that when they came up with that nonsense and removed Kamina Janneh from his post, they got away with it. But the other people sat down there, they know that George were performing badly, they didn't do anything, and they were the noisemaker at the time. So he there to represent the people, while at the time he was in the hall, he could not talk. In there to be, there's not party, but then he represents whole group of people or district, and not people in that district, not CDC, not unity, for all why
again,
he could not talk?
Not because nobody did anything to them. Okay, then you bring in.
But he represent the people there at the time when they were when George Weah was making mistakes. So why he couldn't talk is now that he able to talk. That's my point I'm making.
Yeah, but there's no wrong time to talk.
Okay, Jamal.
Well, thank you very much. I think for my part, I think the representative need to put their house together. The information is given, they're not substantial enough. Those things, if the president decides to send somebody to, I mean, consider that he had a right to call for impeachment, great. But if the president decides to send anybody for mission to represent him in all those foreign missions, it's the president's right.
Exactly.
So there's nothing that says that presidents are made at the hospital is incapacitated. So consider that he want to. This is racing noise that is not making sense. I mean, Liberians, I hope you guys are listening to one point I'm making. If you look at the point he makes right now, you know, one thing is funny in Liberia, anybody can just cut up and like stand up and just talk to anybody, and guys who carry telephone to their mom, say a journalist, to put on the Facebook. People need to be responsible in their art. As much as we want to criticize the government, as much as we want the government to do right, we should know what we are saying. We should know what we are saying. The statement he made here, they are not substantial enough for me to understand that he can impeach president. Why the president is sending somebody abroad to represent him? Is the president lying in the hospital that he cannot work? No, the president has the right to send somebody to abroad to go represent him. One. Second, the president has any issue or remove some attending positions, is going to put on hold by the House of the Chief Justice, Supreme Court, the Supreme Court has separate put on hold, investigating the issue. If I just said the president have not gone to dismiss those guys from those positions if they had no conditions on it. I think you also heard that Douglas was telling us that the clause in that particular act that created those agencies that allow you, they should not campaign, that contravene. There are other things that are saying that. So, and he's also saying, according to the Representative Foucault, he's also saying that what the other thing he said about the president, he's even confused. You want to work with the president, you want to impeach him. And if somebody asks you, you want to work with the president, you want to impeach him, you shouldn't be working with him anymore because he's failed you. Why find a way to get him out? So he should need to put your house together. When you want to make statements, it should be responsible statement. So people should take you serious. I mean, we want to understand. Let's critically look at what he said. It does. If this is what took him to the House floor to impeach the president, I think wasting his time. He should do something different. Should bring some more information that we can look into. That's my point on this case.
Thank you, Jim. I think that they're complete noise maker, and I agree with you because these were the very people that sat there when the country was going by. They said absolutely nothing.
Consider.
And so Paul, and you sound like okay. Since the CDC people did that thing, let all just sit down and watch.
No. That's what Paul's saying. Paul, let me speak on that point. Yeah. You know what we're saying? We all here, we are Liberia, we want the Unity Party of the government to do the right thing. We should also pick on this point that those guys should not come and cause noise for no reason. They were one of those guys that were committing those crimes, contravening those laws, and they were there. Somebody just listened to a video 2 hours ago that this guy, George Weah, kept a minister for 6 years without making any major changes in the government.
Thank you.
That affected his whole operations. And not only that, I'm not sure about the National Lottery Authority. Somebody, that's a turning position. You remove that person from there. A couple of things happened in a 6-year period, and nobody's calling for the house. The only person that's talking about impeaching President George Weah, I think he was one of the guys called enemy one, Hassan K. Zulu, the guy who was District 17 representative.
Hassan K. Zulu.
He was the one, then he became the common enemy in the house because there are a couple of things listed. He did not get the support to impeach the president. Now, this guy is coming now because Yaka Kolba has a point to raise. I think they need to go to a legal person or wait for a lawyer to speak on issues. Say you come here and just breaking garbage to us here, saying something. I mean, we want something substantiated, please.
Oh yeah, somebody. Okay, Junior Davis or Davis Junior is watching us from Ghana. Welcome, Junior, and thanks for acknowledging that you are watching us that far. And just pass on the word to all Liberians that you know live in Ghana that there's a platform called the Bottom Line Liberia, and we're here every Tuesday and Friday, and we discuss the issues as they are. We are one group of people that do not go about insulting people so we can get a lot of people, or we don't rely on people. Everything we say, you look at a newspaper flash that we're putting up, and we are discussing what we see in the newspaper. Though our opinions may differ as panelists from what you understand, but again, that's what the whole show is about. Okay, guys, the tender position thing, I think, will drag on because every one of us here, I have not read the entire ad that created the tenure positions, and then all the do's and do nots. I don't know on them. And then there's something called the SOP, which is a standard operation procedure that all of the government agencies operate under, not a particular agency, all of them. So every, is from one group to another, specific and non-specifics. So only people working in government will know. And that brings me to conclude that we'll discuss it from now till tomorrow. We do know the ins and the outs. So let's move on to the next one, the next paper, and let's see what we can discuss about that.
No, before we go to the next paper, Jamal will come in. When Jamal comes, we'll go to the George Weah story. But something that caught my attention.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one that I think we need to talk about. The Allen White secret recording that came out.
Was it secret, really?
That recording was secret. It's something that happened before. It's not now. It just came out. Somebody put it out there. So it was done because I was in Liberia when Allen White was there at the time. I think me and you talk about this on this program.
He was in Liberia recently. Maybe he gone, but he was there just 2 weeks ago.
So that there's something that it was leaked. This tape was leaked to the public. And that's something, I think if you remember, Prince Johnson went to his church one time. He was going after the president, even Jeremiah Cone, telling the people of Nima County how he betrayed him because he heard a gossip. So let's listen to this thing, and I think it's worth coming. If this going to happen, I think many Liberians across the world will I think now we come and see. One of the things I would say would be if this happen, my uncle will unify the country on this. If this really happen, so I don't know, is that a tip over there? You see, looking at this is Allen White and my Uncle Joe, the president, Dr. Joseph Numa Boyka, discussing about the War and Economic Crown Court to be set up in Liberia. Many Liberians, for once, if this happen, they will be happy. This is time to end the culture of impunity. This is the time. So I think let's play the video. Let's listen to what my uncle and Allen White have to say for our audience.
Yeah, you got a video you can roll.
Yeah, I'm going to roll this video.
I just, we've been on this journey together for a long, long time. And I wanted to thank you for the phone call. And I just wanted to ask you again, why did you want me to come over here when you...
Well, you've been a good friend of Liberia, and I don't see it just as a duty. I see it as a concern for a country that you have interest in, and you pursue that, and we believe your concerns are genuine, and so we've opened the door for us to work together. That's why we call you.
Well, Mr. President, I can't tell you how many people worldwide, when they read your speech and you talked about having an office of the War Crimes and Economic Crime Court to facilitate the creation of this tribunal, international tribunal here in Liberia to bring the justice to the people. I heard it from the U.S. My phone blew up, as you can imagine. People said I could not believe, and they were so ecstatic and elated. And since I've been here, I've heard the same thing. So I wanted to thank you again and give you full assurances that we will do everything we can to help you bring justice for the victims of those 250,000 people that were killed during the 2 civil wars that happened.
Well, Alan, in every country, and especially a country that boasts of independence, 176 years, and you know very well that it is because of the impunity, the disrespect and disregard for justice that have created all of heroes in this country. And we believe we have to lay this to rest. Let all the facts be known. Let people who think that they are innocent prove their case, so that we can lay this to rest, so that this country can move forward. It's not a wish hunt. It's a matter of testifying to what you know and what you've done, so that forgiveness can be done on the basis of knowledge and truth. And that's what we're talking about.
Well, Mr. President, you have our full commitment to help realize that. And what we did in Sierra Leone, we were able to move the people on to the reconciliation phase. Because you're right, when people are walking around and they see impunity and they see people that have never been held to account and self-enrich themselves, it basically rubs it in the face regularly. So the fact that you are stepping up, taking this leadership role, I can tell you so far, the people of Liberia are ecstatic about it, and we're here to help you facilitate this properly, independently, and let the prosecutor follow the evidence where it goes. Not me, not you, wherever the evidence follows, and have it done under international standards, and it'll be done properly, and it'll be done transparently.
I think most of the people that have been involved know that if they were on the other side, they would like the truth to be told about.
Sure.
So the truth is truth for each and every one that have been either offended. And so we should be happy that this will finally close the chapter of that history that has been haunting us over the years. And that's what we're talking about.
Okay. Well, I personally want to thank you for your courage to do this, because it was not easy. But you started it, and we'll help you bring justice to Liberia once and for all.
Thank you, Alan, for sticking with it. Thanks for all those who've been committed to it. We believe this is going to restore peace, and people are going to move. Even those who probably may have been offended, and those who are responsible for whatever, they will know that justice was done, and their minds will be cleared. And thank you for your role.
Thank you. And thank you for your time.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Mr.
Thanks,
President.
Alan.
Thank you.
Ha, 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 ha. Brother Linford. That's my Uncle Joe. My Uncle Joe is in action. What your take on this video that you just listened to?
Well, I think this video, there are two reasons why if I should take anything serious, I should take this video seriously. I remember the name Allen White, and I remember it for a particular reason. I remember this name when I left Liberia I came to Europe. I was not in Liberia during the rest of Charles Taylor's leadership, but I followed. And one name that I heard during the latter days of Taylor's administration, and you know, that I followed closely was Alan White. And I remember I did write some article about Alan White long time ago, but I don't even know the title. And if I were to pull that article up, I think, to be frank, it was a reaction from me against Alan White for trying to push a war crimes code against Taylor. You know, being somebody who supported Taylor at the time, that I'm away, I don't know what's going on, and then I hear a name called Alan White, that is coming to, enforce something called war crimes code against Taylor, and Taylor will be going to jail. So I still remember that, but I don't remember the content of what I wrote. But I know I did write, and I wrote against Alan White. That I must admit. Okay, but that's the first thing. That's the first thing I remember the name Alan White for, and that's the first thing I would take this video seriously. And the second thing I would take the video seriously is that Alan White mentioned that the Liberian people need justice, and this is what they have been waiting for all the years, and that the thing that they did in Sierra Leone, it can happen in Liberia, because the Sierra Leonean experience is that the people who victimize you to be the ones making decisions for you, enriching themselves in your presence, is like a slap in the face. You form all that word. Okay? So those are the two reasons why I personally should take this video seriously. And I wouldn't want to say that this video is not true, because we saw two living people, none of them is dead yet, talking in this video, and they were on screen. And if anybody in his right mind in Liberia should begin to think beyond today, beyond this moment, they should be the people whose names have been lingering in the corridors of the Liberian political sphere, who are making decisions and who know that they were part of this war. They bear greater responsibility. And I'll name few people. The Prince Johnson, the real leader for them. If people were to ask me personally, for my opinion, to catalog them, Prince Johnson will be number one. I will bring in the likes of Thomas Nimle. Ahachi Krumah is no more. I'm talking about Thomas Yaya Nimle, because I got a friend, Thomas Nimle. Maybe I heard he's late. He died. And then we'll go down the list to bring other people who are very quiet. And the name Prince Johnson will always come out because he's active. But there are a lot of people who took part in the war that we know, but they are quiet. They are silent. They are not deciding for anybody. They are probably in that mode of being remorseful for what happened, for what they were part of. And I know each of them will have some defense to put up. Every time we talk about the war crimes code, a lot of people believe that they will just kind of bundle all the people, tie them, handcuff them, and start to carry them. No. These people will be given a chance to defend themselves, to say why they did what they did, and how they did it, when. And people will come and testify against them. And these accused people may also have witnesses that will testify for them. So, but every time some people hear it, it's like, oh, yes, the die is cast. Huh? The die is cast. They're going to carry Prince Johnson to the head, going to keep on the kid. No, we're going to have time. But we all follow the Selena stuff. The videos are there on YouTube. Taylor had a defense. Taylor explained what he did. The lawyers were asking him. Other lawyers were asking him. So this is not like you are already condemned, that they'll just come and grab you, they carry you to where they're supposed to carry you. No, you defend yourself. If you can make it, fine. If you can make it, well, at least you are given a chance to defend yourself. So, like I said, I got two basic reasons why I should take these videos seriously. One, the name Allen White, he has been working with war crimes court establishment. President Taylor is a victim of his work. Probably maybe the wrong word is victim, but yeah. Then the second reason is that he mentioned that the Liberian people want this, and that he will say he will work with the president to make sure that this happens. So
And
guys,
that's
I
support.
think those are the two reasons why I should take these videos seriously if I'm not taking anything seriously in recent time.
Great. Thank you for that. Jamaat, welcome back. I don't know
Thank you, brother.
if you watch this video and listen to it carefully. I'm
Yeah,
excited
I did.
what I'm seeing here. So give me your take on this.
I did. Thank you very much. You see, the War Crime Economic Code, the Economic War Code, something like that. I don't know how you say it. So.
War and Economic Crimes Code.
Yeah, I don't know. I would call it War Crime Code. The War and Economic Crime Code. You see, I'll first go to the War Crime Code. It's not about P. Johnson. It's about there are many other people that committed heinous crimes in our country. And the saddest thing, people were dead when they murdered their parents right before their very eyes. And these people are still walking the street of Liberia. And without apologizing. And TRC went to work and made recommendations. Like Limpo said, it's going to be a long haul. It's going to be a long haul. It's not easy walking in the park. Our past 14 years is a very, very historic something we need to look into. We can't forget about it, but we need to understand it. We're going to use it as a lesson for us to go through. Many people have story. Many people have a story for the war. Personal stories you can't listen to over and over until generations. This story will be coming up and up. Some story you've never heard before. It's still coming up.
Yeah.
It is a plus if this come up and people will. I listen to TRC. I listen to Emmanuel Buyo, one of the proceedings. One of the best I've ever listened to. He made a lot of revelations, and many other people that appeared before TRC. And we expected people to apologize. We had to have a section, a traditional section, when they had in this country in Rwanda, where they had their own TRC where they came on, people apologized and let them go. Those who could not apologize, who crime was serious, they have to go to court, they have to face the weight of the law. They did it in their own way. They succeeded. Look at Rwanda looking today. But our case just went the other way around. But the whole thing is about it's going to be, whatever they call it going to be, it's not going to be an easy walk into the park. It's going to be a difficult situation. It's going to be terrible. It's going to bring that thing backward. And people are saying, let's forget about this and move on. But others are hurt. If I was sitting up in the ceiling, you murdered my dad before me, and you walking in that street of Monrovia telling me, well, I didn't do it, and I saw you did it. You failed to tell us. Sometimes they may not agree, but people were there. We know one another, guys. People were there. There are witnesses around that saw things happening. Most of them may not be around anymore. If you look at it, we're not looking at the big guys, the rebel leaders and stuff. Others in that community, in that country that were involved in all the atrocities probably would like to come forth and tell us what they did this for. And they have to, you can't bring the people back anymore. But there's a reason we got to heal those wounds. How do we do that? That has to go to the reconciliation team, the peace and reconciliation team. How do we reconcile differences? How do we put the wars behind us and use it as history to learn? I think I thought that anyone will build a monument in Liberia that will symbolize our whole world situation and kind of bring some kind of healing situation. We did not work like that. Georgia did not follow something. There are a lot of things. Apart from the war, the economic crime code, we need to take this into a level that we can able to heal the wounds and reconcile in a way that it will, or else they're going to drag us back into another years of hatred, malices and stuff will come out. Lost, and people are sitting there, they're paying, some people have been, the war brought a lot of people, more especially they can't live their life anymore. Women, children, some families were wept out. And it will go, if you say it will go on and on and on. But when you talk about the war crime, economic crime code, that's a different thing. But the war crime code That's the serious one. 14 years of war was not something. We will sit here over years and talk about it. But I'm telling you something, you're going to be emotional for most of us. I think we
Yeah.
should be very careful making this statement when we're on this platform to talk about it. And if we want our nation to be healed, we have to be very careful. We have to tread carefully and talking about how they're going to work around. It has to be like we have to decide how it's going to go so it can be done properly. That's my take on this today.
Right. Thank you, Jamal. I think the news is welcoming from the video we just listened to. And I think it's about time that they end the culture of impunity in Liberia. And I commend my woman worker for that bold step, because I wanted people that had doubt that this day something like that will happen, and with the name adding word giving his full commitment, I know that something Liberians that gone through the pain, they will find some sort of healing from this when that happened. And they also going to support the Liberian government on this. So that would be furnished from the US government to do this. So I think the news is welcoming, and we look forward to the day that people will start appearing in court to see. I'm looking forward to that day. And guys, let me share this with you again. I got my bottle of Jack Daniel. The day that happened, I start drinking myself to, I don't know whether they'll take the casualty, but anyway, your flow. Let me take care of something here quickly.
Okay. But you know, they say not how to circumcise snake who will hold his head. Waka is pledging his support to the Work and Economic Crimes Code if it is established. And he is the president, okay? And he is in an alliance, a big political alliance. He is the chief driver of the train, the rescue train, that so many people hopped on. And most of the people that hopped on this train, who are well seated in this train, are dependent or looking at the chief driver of this train. But then the chief driver said, "Oh, most of you that are on the train, I will start throwing you through the window." Oh, some of us were mechanic to fix a train. Some of us we did a lot of work to make a train to go how far it's going. And then because the train go now, then you say you throw us through the window. So I said that to bring in the likes of Prince Johnson or Bodnike, the rescue soldier. I was sick when I listened to Bodnike calling himself the rescue soldier. This is a guy who was supposed to be a reborn or born again Christian who is converting lives and got church. I thought he would have been a rescue preacher, but the guy said he was a rescue soldier. And Prince Johnson, I know what rescue general or rescue what, but then all of them, if this war and economic crimes come, they'll go stand a witness stand. They're going to take a witness stand. So the question here is, how are they going to feel fast forward if they are seeing this video already? How are they going to feel cooperating, working in harmony with this president that they helped to bring to power? Gentlemen, bring your
let me chime in first before Jamal. You know, when people, they said 99 days for role, 1 day for master.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned a name, Prince Johnson. This guy, he was on the stage, one of the best actor at his game. But then he done it so much until he brought up with a master of the game too. And I like my old man. The thing is, the old man can make this happen. His name will remain forever. Liberians will talk about him, that what he have done, because other people avoid it. My own soccer star, George Weah, who had the opportunity to do it, he refused to do it to protect Prince Johnson and others. So for my Uncle Joe to do this, I think he's the master of the game. Remember during the campaign, and people didn't really follow my uncle. My uncle made promises to people and he kicked them in the curve. And that's how my uncle behaved. Come on board. My uncle said something that you guys didn't follow. To get to the presidency, it caused me to sleep with the devil. I would do it. My uncle is there now, and he had to punish the devil. And this is how
Right.
this was getting me excited. And it must
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
It will happen from that video. I know the good thing going to come out of it. I'm so excited that it's a good news for all Liberians. Jema, chime in.
Yeah,
That's
thank you. One thing you should also understand, Lefa just spoke about it. He's on board with people that help him to propel him to power.
I agree.
And you just listen to a video from one representative Foco to call it for an impeachment of the president. You could know something could be behind that. Do you know that? So there are a lot of things that let's take a lot of things into consideration, Paul. Consider this video we just showed tonight. Let's let the audience know that it's an old video. It's not the most recent one. Probably what is happening now, the president has changed his mind after visiting the green room. You know what happened when you're president in America? You will talk all the campaign message. The day you go into that green room and you debrief to you about security of the state, and they tell you what is the actual story of the country. When you come back, your statement change. I want you to ask you, say you're so excited, Mr. Paul Chulupli.
Yes.
Lord Paul Chulupli. Do you know if any recent the president has spoken of this war crime court? No.
Well, the president, listen now, he didn't give any
There's
reason.
not. I'll give you reason. No,
All
this
right.
video we just play. It's an old video. It's not a most recent video.
Absolutely.
And you should also understand that since he took over.
No. If you listen to this video, the Aliwa addressed the man as Mr. President. So it must have been.
It was
before
he was inaugurated. Before he was inaugurated. This
okay, so
I'm telling you something.
Things
have changed. Anything can change in recent time. I want to let you know the woman did not come to power. The president did not come to power with he was brought in you have to complete this mission. Probably somebody's helping him. But you should also know that you said Linford that he's on a boat with people that help him to get to power. Kingmakers, I would think. And we're just starting another thing. We underestimating this impeachment process from Foco and other people. It could propel to even unsettle him. That will derail the whole process of this war crime, economic crime court. A lot of things can happen.
Do you see the feasibility of the impeachment? Given the
you never know. If you go back to one of the view and just say something
but the reasons that Foco gave, they are very poor reasons.
Yeah, I said that myself. But the reason it could be prepared, and Foco probably might not know how to present the argument. People you may have talked to put the document together and raise the case. Look at what Daniel Gonyon said about something. He said Liberia is above, and he said Liberia is above war and economic crime court. It is over 30 years since the war was fought in Liberia. We have reconciled once since the day of TRC. Now, before that, you said something. The honorable focus need to understand that only 10,000 signatures is needed for his impeachment. So if it is written, if he's written his letter of impeachment for the president, Boakai, we will be in this district soliciting signature as well. His signature to get him off. So this is something like, Paul, I'm with you in this, yeah? But the thing here, we should also, that's Liberia. Politics is something different. A day in politics is a whole lot in the space of politics. But you should also...
let me come in.
Go on.
Let me come in. You know, I understand where you come from, Jima. Liberian politics and the voters and people who make the policies, they're unpredictable. I agree.
That's what
let me also tell you that the president is the president until he is impeached. If Fogo they want to impeach him, but the president is the president. And when he makes commitment to the outside world, he must stand by it. Because Liberia is a country that depends mostly on bilateral relations. In other words, to get some benefits.
Let me remind you again. Let me remind you before I'll give you a small chance. Let me remind you again that George Weah took on the promises that he would deliver this War Crop Economic Crown Code. That was his message. You know that. We knew that. For 6 years, nothing happened. Go on. Just to remind you. That was a promise he made to the people and the international community that he would bring this War Crop Code. Listen to all his campaign speeches. George Weah made this over the years. The 2 times he was in opposition, that was his point. What happened? Tom, go on. I give you the floor. Go on, Linfo.
Okay, yeah, the George Weah scenario could just be different. George Weah had a vision of going for a second term. Joe Boakai, he has said that he's going for 1 term. Number one. Number two, Joe Boakai's health. Whether people will like it or not, 6 years from now, Joe will not be that Joe. I would rather be like Joe. His condition, and he will be worse than what he is now. Okay? So whether people will like it, I'm not demeaning him. I'm not saying that about him, but that's a fact. You're getting old. I'm getting gray all over my hair. 6 years ago, I was not like this. And 6 years to come, I will not be like this. I'll be worse. So Joe Boakai will be worse.
What are you saying
he's been 79 for the past 15 years. I've been knowing he's always been 79 years old.
What are you saying? Do we got to this
yeah. So Joe Boakai is not running for second term. He's not looking at second term to say, well, if I take certain action, people will not vote for me. George Weah wanted to go for second term, and he needed Prince Johnson, who is the center figure of this entire War Economic Crown Code we're talking about. So he wanted his support. So George Weah had to play a clever game, and he said, we are all family. But Joe Boakai, whether you like it or not, you will not go for second round. Whoever will take, whether the first president, I want to Disney, the name Joe Boakai is written among the list. President Boakai, finish. Whether that one say finish. Okay, so he doesn't care. He's going to start hitting hard. I mean, for example, wait, listen. For example, most of the people who helped him to campaign, the likes of John Molu, where he can hear in the era, no. He claimed most of them, he care.
Jamal,
yes, go on.
Jamal, let me ask something to what Linford just said. If you make a commitment to the international community, you know, they also tie that with economic, because Liberia is a country,
benefits. Yeah,
Liberia is a country that always go out to beg. He saw when Ellen delivered Charles Taylor, they tie her hand in the same way, and he is now committed to Allen White. From the video, what I'm seeing, listen, you said there are other factors. I agree, but tomorrow, my president can wake up and give executive order. Boom, this should be implemented. He can do it.
We're not running a military camp, man. Come on.
No, it's not America, but it's here preview to do it.
Paul, let me get it the other way around, yeah?
No, it doesn't work like that, Paul. This is not a junta government.
Let me help Paul the other way around.
Guys, let me learn.
Let me learn, but the boss, you know that you can just
give executive order, which is entitled to, is there. Remember, the reason why I'm referring to you, listen now, let me give something. During the campaign, Prince Johnson said something about Charlene Bronski and Mr. Cummings in his church. The CPP wrote a letter. If you follow that letter, they said if we take power, we will order executive order that the War Economic Code will be established. Go back to that letter. That's what I base my argument on. It's in because the framework have already been set up. It's just that our legislature been delaying. The
why is that? It can continue. Why is that being delayed? Somebody's playing politics. Somebody's playing their games.
The actors are still around. The perpetrators are still around. And you said it. So the old man can say, okay, from today, boom, we're going to set this up. It's not dictatorship. He have that mandate from the people that was he was elected. So that executive order
let me ask something to you, Paul. Let me tell you
something to you, my brother.
The old man may not even have the I know I almost use one word, which is not good. But he may not have that willpower to do it. But he will, Toto. So now Toto in one war, but he put fire on the back. Then he start moving. Yeah, Jordan can run, but people don't know. So here you said it right. Here is Liberia, a country that will always go around begging, the country that is indebted to the international community, especially America, heavily. Where does Allen Ware come from? America. Who is Allen Ware? Allen Ware is a guy that is well connected to members of the Senate, members of both houses in America. Allen Ware is a guy who is well respected. Allen Ware is a guy who had done this thing before and he succeeded. Yeah? He brought a whole warlord down. Not even a senator, but whole warlord, whole president, warlord, former president.
Yes.
He brought him down. So if the president of Ghana can make commitment on video, and remember, I could see the glimpse in Allen White's face. Allen White was smiling. It was like, okay, the thing we're looking for a long time, we'll get it. At least somebody is committing. George Weah did not commit. He promised. He did not commit to anybody. But there's one. Allen White sits with Joe Bwaka in a video, and they are being videotaped and interview him, and they both make commitment. Yeah, Mr. President, we'll work with you. Oh, Allen, you know, we've been friends for long. We'll work with you. That's commitment. Now, if Joe Bwaka government will want to renege,
please call you President Bwaka.
My uncle Joe, the Excellency, Dr. Joseph Bwaka.
President Bwaka, we want to renege on this agreement or commitment. It's a simple thing. Let me take you back in history. The former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, president. How many times did he visit the White House when Taylor was in Nigeria?
Yes.
The papa was going to the White House every day. Eh? What happened? Okay, let me bring you back. I'll go back to Nigeria, but let me bring you back to Liberia. When Joe was president, when the Americans have special interests, some kind of thing they want him to do. How many times did Joe go to Joe go to America? He took picture with Reagan on the stairs of the White House in front of it with their hands up. When America wants you to do something, look, you know, my friend, they are saying, that's something we can't tell you. But hold on, Jima, let me learn. So if this guy can sit with our president and they both make commitment, the guy is taking a video with him, he's going to give it to workplace sources, people that can press the button, people who got that button to press. You got it? No.
Yeah.
So how long does it take Liberia? Liberia now, St. Joe Bwaka taking president, Silver 7 are not taking pay. The bills, I mean, the payload is not payroll, but payload is building up. We need money in the future. Where we'll go to America. Then you go there, they say, well, you know, we'll get the money, but you know, remember the promise you made it last time?
Exactly.
You scratch your head. They say, why are you scratching your head for? Say, but in your mind, say, but can I do this thing? If I do this thing, what will happen to me internally? What will happen to my people who join my boat? But again, if I don't do it, what will happen to my government outside? So it's like you I don't know, but
let me help you. Before, don't be surprised. My uncle will make his first international visit to White House based on this commitment.
Yes,
that's a fact.
Simple.
Yeah.
A telephone call.
Let me attend African conference.
This is a second man.
Let me attend the OU conference or African conference.
He will go.
White House tomorrow.
Yes, and he will be on that special flight to the White House.
The next available, in fact, they say, look, you don't need to worry about visa or you know.
You see, guys, you guys are saying something. We know that how it works international politics, in the international community. That's how
it works. That's it.
I understand that. If you listen to the full text of the late minister, may so rest in peace, Emmanuel Zé Buyo. When Buyo went with this guy, with Winston Totman delegation to America to stop the war. And you need to go back and listen to that video. What they wanted to do. They did not do, and because that's why they did not do, the war continued. You could stop the one telephone call. The guy promised them. I'm quoting him. They listed the thing down they want the Liberian government to do. He said, do promise them. They did not do. So because of that, that war ended in Monrovia. You watch everything. And the one no government receiving guns from Romania other countries. They were telling them. Let me go to that video. Emmanuel Buyo video. You know, he was a student of history. He was a living encyclopedia.
And besides, you're information minister.
Not only that, became information. The guy was informed. He knew what to say. He knew the words. He knew how to first selectively choose his words. But it was good. Go and listen to that TRC testimony. Ex-minister Emmanuel Z. Buyo delivered. It's full text how the Western government work on your government. I understand that what you guys are saying, but I also should also understand that internally at home, the players on board, they also hold you tight. If you listen to that video, who hamstringed that whole effort? There was somebody on that team, the core president, those who tell him the man was behaving like a president here. He gave him order. The guy asked them, according to Ibuya, what you guys want to do, we'll do it tomorrow in 10 days. So somebody called the president and said, oh, man, we're behaving like a president here. They called Buya. In fact, took him off the delegation because he asked the president, they'll come an election, we release all political prisoners. They listed them down. Somebody in that group said, it's not going to work. Yeah, I mean, the guy was, so that was it. I mean, you could see what happened. What delay for the president, Johnson, Ali Johnson, to carry on this war, economic crime code. What happened? Georgia could not do it. Is that the same Johnson that holding the whole thing? And Johnson was the key supporter.
Listen to me. In this case, I mean, we are all hypothesizing here, right? Hypothesis. Now, but let me ask you this one: would Joe Biden care more about Prince Johnson when he had won already his president? Will he care more about Prince Johnson?
He has to care. Yeah, he got love.
Hold on, Spanner. Will he care more about Prince Johnson, who cannot remove him as president now, than catering to the promise that he made to the international community, not only America, but the international community, from whom his government will receive support to survive? What does Prince Johnson provide at this point? Now, listen, let me just tell you. In Liberian policy, there are two categories of people: the voters and the policy makers. So Prince Johnson provided a vote. Vaga won. So Vaga is now a policy maker. He can call a shot. So what will Prince Johnson do? He can try military action. He will be arrested.
It's not only Prince Johnson. There are other factors involved. There are individuals involved. That's what we say in Liberia. The common adage just say, if you pull the bush, if you put it,
the president is the president. The international community say we'll give you support. Grab anybody and once we approve, if you approve,
why Ellen did not do? President Ellen did not do what George Weah did not do.
Well, I think without any story, Jamal, with anything you get.
The TRC recommendation should have been action. That's my point. Why the TRC recommendation was not actions? That's my question. For the two leadership, the 12 years of Ellen leadership, the 6 years of President George Weah leadership, why the TRC recommendations were not actions? You guys tell me. That's part of the national committee. Ellen received a lot of support for the national committee. Any presidents, any leadership from Liberia.
But
why was not action?
Jamal, isn't that in the report that she should have held public office for over 30 years?
What was the action? That's what I'm asking you.
So, because she initiated the TRC and she was the sitting president. So she could not
resign. She should resign, give the chance, right? And give the job to
resign.
Yes, right. But why was even that? Why did she was not having pressure from the outside community telling her to put into action?
The other thing you said, if you pull rope or bush, she was the darling girl at the time for the West. Because she was the darling girl, they didn't push it. And that's the fact. We all know that she was all over the place. But now, President Weah, leave for answer the question. President Weah was thinking about the second term. And in the second term, when I get this...
You could lay the foundation for the first 6 years. He did not lay the foundation. Then the people say that you're working on something. We did not lay the foundation.
Why we lay a foundation for something that will affect him?
George Weah, tell me what will affect?
Yes.
Then it will affect everybody. They will affect the because what is happening will indirectly affect Mr. President Boakai if he come around with this war economic crime code, because people that surround him are all actors into the war, most of them. And the key ones, they won't let it to happen. The first person to always react on the World Economic Chronicle will be Honorable Johnson. Senator Johnson will be the first person to react because he knows that they're after him. He knows how to play.
How will he react and what will he do that can affect the government or that can affect President Waka? That's the question I'm asking.
A lot of things can happen. The impeachment process is one of the things he can support.
Support, but he cannot work still.
Yeah, then go on. Yeah, then put the impeachment.
Like you say, my brother, you just saying something here, yeah? The lower house will take the impeachment procedure. You can govern and support in the both houses. Powerful. Nima County. Don't worry about prejudice. You don't underestimate him.
So,
and they can hamstring the whole affairs.
Let me tell you something. You know that during the MPFL days, some people believe that nobody can come and take Taylor from Liberia. They said they would, the sporting.
No, because you guys were. No. You guys, some people believe in that majority of people. Because I was in Holland, I knew it was just a process of taking Taylor out. I knew what happened. I knew the process. What was going on with against Liberia? You guys didn't know because you were sitting there thinking
let me tell you one thing. When the international community gets ready, when they get ready, look. I've been around this thing for a while. I don't know. We don't have time.
They got it ready.
Tell your story.
But also should know your citizens should support you. I'll tell you about the Faradi. They wanted Faradi dead or alive. What happened to him? The people supported him. They didn't catch him. He only got killed at the war front. The Somalis wanted to run Faradi. They want him dead or alive. What he did to the American soldiers when they went to Somalia, they have to go to Djibouti. There are a lot of stories happening. I mean, don't overlook these things. Your people that are around you as well need to support you. If the President Joe Biden has support for it,
okay. If you talk about Mohammed Farah Adi, what happened to Gaddafi?
Man, I'm talking about an example. He was sold out by his own people.
When we look at it, so impossible. When we feel that it's impossible to happen, it can happen.
You're not getting me. I'm not saying impossible. What I'm saying here, we need a groundswell support for INSA as well, to support international community commitment to carry on the process. That's what I'm saying here.
So Jamal, the whole country rally behind my uncle on this because of 2-3 persons. Because 2-3 persons.
Granted, Paul.
Good.
Granted.
Okay, guys, let's do justice here. Let's do justice. Let's recognize some of our new people that are coming today on board. We've been discussing this thing. But let's say Nation Salif, Fafi Donso, Samson W. He's a journalist. He said Junior Davis, journalist Macintosh So Reeves, Mohammed Prince Sony Senior, Arvin Curtis, Emmanuel Tosa, and a few other people that are coming on here for the first time. Daniel Dagoyon. I guess it's from Nima County. You're all welcome. This is the Portland Liberia. My name is Linford Goechima. Kamara is there, and Paul the Lord Tripley. Both of them in the UK. I'm the only one on the other side of Europe. And that's why they tend to overshadow me. You see, but we're moving. They say man moving, man dropping. But this is the program, the Portland Liberia. We come here every Tuesday and Friday, and sometimes we come during the week. Anytime there is important thing that we think or we need to cover. So make this place your home. Join us next time when you come in, invite a friend. Tell them that we found a platform that the guys discuss the issue. We don't call same thing here. We don't call nobody my and we can't do that. We lie on nobody. We just give you our opinions on the issues. We all three, we got different opinions. I may agree, he may disagree. So that's how we do it. And you can leave your comment. Some people left comment. We've been reading few comments. So let's move ahead, guys. My take on the whole thing here is that I believe, and I will repeat myself, that when the international community, what they'll do it like this. They will put the cash here in the other hand. Then they show you the other hand. They say choose one. The other hand empty, but the cash is here. Turn over the warlords. Are you willing? You want to leave that legacy that you turn over the warlords, that you the one pro war economic ground school, and your government will prosper, and the people will like you, or you want to go down disgracefully? The choice is yours. Then I know how the boss can operate. And no boss will call you fine. They will let you know. No, I know how the boss can operate. They will start with you with good information. Can you talk to President Walker?
Right.
Can President Walker come to the White House tomorrow? The old man, All the presidents around the world want to go to the White House. That's your legacy. You go to the White House, they set you down. They take you to a place called a situation room. They will not even carry you in the situation room, but there's another room there. They will carry you. Only you and the president. You're not even meeting the president yet. Because the people want to see who you are and what you mean. So they will carry you and they bring somebody close to the president, and the president will interview you for your answer. Then they'll tell you, okay, tomorrow you have, or maybe later on in the course of the day, you have a war with the president in the park. That's an opportunity that you're working with the president in the park. You think Joe Biden want to work with a good friend Joe? He wants to. Then Joe Biden taller than him, right? Joe Biden will look down and say, hey Joe, you know what? This is all we want. We want you to deliver these people, right? That's it. And everything's gonna be all right. Yeah, Mr. President, we will do that. Sydney, keep close. Then you talk about Prince Johnson. What Prince Johnson was doing?
Lifa,
yeah.
The deal, from my sources are telling me that the deal has been sealed.
The thing is sealed.
The thing is sealed. And
that video is powerful. The video is powerful. Trust me.
The deal has been sealed. It's just a matter of time. The deal has been sealed. You muted, Jamal. Jamal, you muted.
Paul, just tell them, because of the platform, tell me where the code will be held. So you got some information I didn't know about. Where's going to be the code?
No, our sources are telling us the code will be held in Ghana.
Okay. And how soon will
Ghana will benefit?
Ghana will benefit economically. Because
how soon
in
will that
Liberia,
be? According to the sources.
Our sources, yeah. No, they just said the deal has been sealed. We're just waiting a matter of time for my uncle to step on the podium and give the date, the deal. So all of those perpetrators in Liberia that are going around, man, they will have their day in court and they will make their case. And those that were found guilty, my brother, my Jack Daniel is just smiling, looking at me. They will have that day.
They want Jack Daniel. Yeah,
I will go live with my Jack Daniel when those perpetrators are. And Uncle Joe, I'm telling you,
I'll take one day flight to cancel Katrina Jack Daniel when the deal is signed.
Absolutely. So look, Jamal Lifa said something. If we're old enough to remember when we were kids during the Samuel Doe time, when Samuel Doe went to the White House with Ricky, when he came back and he said he wanted to fight Gaddafi, he rolled out his sleeve one time and said, I'll go to that OAU meeting, I'll see Gaddafi, I'll beat him up. If you can remember, long time ago, Uncle Joe go to the White House, he come back, he will make that announcement that these perpetrators now going to face the War Economic Crime Court.
You see that happen? What Gaddafi did to him? He trained rebels for him. He took him to his house.
Oh, yeah,
on a serious note, a country like Liberia, there are so many ways to entice them. Country like Liberia, like 100 babies saying that you put on the bread, fine, you show it to him. When you want to hold it back, then he swallow his face. Then he jab me again. You show it to him, hold it back. He say, you really want the bread? He say, okay, get and dance for me. That people will get and dance. Yeah. So Liberia, you broke. Yeah, 2 months now. Send the government, a new government to go 2 months. Then they pay you. You need money. All kind of thing happening. You are appointing all the people. You want to move to a tenant position, you got to pay them off. All the thing. So America, you call you and put the cash here and say, see, this is it. This is the thing we're looking for. You're looking for it. You get it. It's simple. Oh man, Olusegun Obasanjo, he went to the White House 2-3 different times when the Americans wanted Taylor. The last trade the last trade the play was tell Taylor to Ali running away. When Taylor Ali running away, then they will grab him. Senator in that year, Olusegun in that year, and then Nigerian president go to the White House. No. Don't forget interest.
Of course, it was a warehouse. Buhari went to the warehouse. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we went for some reason.
I think he said nobody went to the warehouse. Buhari went to the warehouse. Every Jonathan.
Anytime they go there, they go for some reason. The warehouse don't call you to look at your face. The warehouse don't call you to look at your face. They call you for reason.
Listen, we all wish.
Guys, I think our time is fast spent.
Yeah,
I know there's one more video that we can cover.
Yeah, only one more news stories, guys.
Yeah,
one more news
5
story I would like to. Yeah, the guys, whatever the story be, we wish well for Liberia. we want somebody who would be who committed these heinous crimes to be punished, because if they don't have a remorse for what they committed, I mean, I'm with you guys on this. But the question is, why is it's so complicated? It's not easy. Like it's not like easy as walking to the park to get this stuff going on. If Ellen, well organized, well seasoned,
the Liberian
I'm coming
people want
now.
it. The
I'm coming
Liberian
now.
people want it.
Well,
This is
I mean,
not going to
guys, the
referendum.
most seasoned, the most able leader that will have done it will be Ellen Johnson. Sorry, Madam Ellen Johnson. She didn't do it. Joe, we all know that it was a joke who have done it. The Mr. President Joe Barker is working with people that help him to bring the power, surrounding people that can tell you now what's going on right now with the appointments and stuff going on. People are saying the Omet's not even in control. A lot of things happening.
Okay, but yeah, answer one question, then we can move ahead.
Go on.
What if the Omet does say under pressure and people and the big power say we protect you? What the Omet not going to election?
That's what we want. This is what we want.
What does he care?
I hope we can get this done. This is what we wanted to do. I mean, we will support it if this happened. We like people want this to happen. That's but we all sit tight because they are not giving the woman a chance or the president a chance to do it. But you want to, like I told you just recently, just a few minutes ago, that President John will run a campaign on this war crime code, war economic code. That was his major campaign. Two things: campaign about war economic crime code and employment for youth. That was his biggest stuff. Nothing happened. 6 years, zero.
He failed. Let's agree, he failed.
Exactly.
And now I hope the Mr. President Joe Barker will have the opportunity to do it. Then he got a legacy. That's what we want. But I'm just afraid it may be hamstringed. Anyway,
flow will never do it.
Now we want to talk about from.
Who's the ex-president? Oh.
Ex-president wife. Claire. At the RI.
Wow, the boss they stepping at the president.
He's still president.
Yeah, but the question is, Claire Weir, ex-president, first lady of Liberia, was not allowed to use the VIP launch at the airport when she came back.
Wow.
That was the story from the front page newspaper, according to that source. So you asked to go say in the economic area, like the VIP launch at this airport. I think Ellen started and George completed it. President George completed it. Whether he did or not, I think she still had immunity as the first express.
What was the reason given? What was there any reason given?
We need to read that more. But whatever the story, maybe she was denied. I don't think she's convicted. I don't think so. Probably you won't allow her to go in. Like she's out criminal record, stuff like that. She'll be under control. But that's the ex first lady of the country. Why do we deny her? That's the story.
I want us to put into context right away.
Let me look at the detail of the story so you tell me. Yeah.
So this story here, where she with the president and his wife were together, or they went separated to Liberia.
No, she was coming alone from Fatifa abroad.
Right.
So I'm pulling the story out now to see what the detail of the story, so you can get an idea what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah. Why Jiba pulls the story up, Paul? I just want to throw this out to you. Do you think in Senator Dillon's work, he said he has seen few missteps of President Barker's administration? Instead of saying few failures or lies, he said missteps. So we'll use that word misstep. Do you think this is one of the missteps for this government? Because this president now was first president for 12 years. After he became vice president, his party was put out. He became ex-VP for 6 years. And his wife was second lady for 6 years, ex-second lady for 6 years. Will he want, or will he expected his wife to be treated this way? Why is his government treating another president's wife this way? Is it fair?
I don't know the nitty-gritty of this story, but you just asked a question. If that's the case, if that happened, I would say it's unfair to the former first lady, because all of them have this how do you call it?
Immunities,
Immunity, right?
Okay, guys, I'll put a story now. Well, let me interrupt you small. This is from Front Page Africa newspaper, and the story was published on the 27th, which was today. There's a front page story today. It says, I'm going to read. It said, what does it say? Story says, He said, from Pitch Africa gathered President Weah, President George Weah and his wife, Madam Claire Weah, along with their entourage. What? I don't believe this. From Pitch Africa has gathered that former President George and his wife, Madam Claire Weah, along with their entourage, were stopped for using a recently dedicated VIP lounge at the Robert International Airport. So the president was part of it. So the launch was constructed by ex-President Weah and dedicated in December, just a few weeks before leaving office. Front Page has not been able to establish the reason why the ex-president was barred from using the launch. Sekou Kalasko, the special aide to the president, former president, told Front Page Africa that they were in Accra, Ghana, when they received a call from one of Weah's security personnel informing them that the former president wouldn't be allowed to use the new VIP launch. According to him, they then called the political officer at the VIP launch, who confirmed to them that they had received orders from above not to allow President Weah and his wife to use the new VIP launch. Indeed, we came and found the new VIP launch locked. We used the old one, and the former president didn't feel good about this. This is the words of Carrasco. He feels that this shouldn't have happened during his regime. He even allowed former ministers from Madam Salif's government to use the VIP launch, Carrasco said. So that's the story, guys.
Okay. Wow. If that's the case, and the message where he said it came from the order came from higher up, who is the higher up? And that's what Linfa was alluding to. That is this fair?
I mean, whatever the case, that's the president, man. I mean, that's the president. I mean, we're all his ops, all against all odds, man. Look, man, you should. I don't know who have ordered that. This is something else. I don't know what to say about this. This should be investigated.
This brings into question. During the elections, a lot of people questioned the ability of President Bouaka to make sound decisions, and most of the skeptics had reason to question the ability of this president. Number one, they went to if you go to the former CPP, there were clear instances where this president, then former vice president, then one of the members of the eldest member of the CPP had the gavel of authority in his hand to make certain decisions within the CPP to lay to rest any other misunderstanding or disagreement out in the CPP. He failed to do it. Now, and based on that, people started questioning his ability to make decisions. Now, here we are. I will play the devil's advocate. I will say he knew a boy. He knew a boy that.
Which is that President Bouaka?
Yeah, I'm just playing the devil's advocate because that excuse will come away that he didn't know. He doesn't know that the star president Weah and his wife from you. When I say president, Weah, once a president, always a president. So if he say he knew a boy because he always let us say the party that part of it. What has he said? What has he done? Because he might have heard the news on the radio, on the television. He might have seen the video. What has he said? Nothing. So this old man will press button and I'll let you know. The same way you're pushing Costa and say you're going to coming because a big man, I can't make it. According to Costa's own confession, a big man, I will not be able to do that. So you're going to do for me. And then he doesn't know. He are innocent. So this old man, what does he have against Weah and his wife and stop them from using a VIP launch that was constructed by Weah himself and just dedicated a few days before he left power? What does he want to prove? So
I think also, Linfa, I just want to add up to other way you're saying. I think President Weah should have also called him and to top officials. He should have a direct contact, ask him what is going on here. I've been stopped not to. My wife, myself, and my entourage have been stopped not to use the VIP launch because when he considered defeat, he called Mr. President Joe Bouaka to congratulate him. So he must have a personal contact. Even that people around the president, they must have a personal contact to talk to somebody. Why you should be treating me like this?
Yeah, but It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. If I were I would not even do that. It should be he the president because he has authority now.
Well,
so why would we be begging?
Oh, sorry, he may not be aware. He may not be aware. People take decisions.
Yeah, but if
like that,
if he already heard it, why can't he take a phone and say, "Oh, we are say, oh, my picking, I'm sorry, that thing I just heard it, but you know, it not me." What? Let him be the one. It shouldn't be. We are calling to ask. I will not do that either.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
So Jamal, according to what you read, say Carrasco said that they were in Ghana when they received that message, right?
Yeah. And when they landed, the launch was closed. They didn't allow them to use it.
And the article said they got the authority from the higher up.
Yes, from above. Order from above that they shouldn't allow them to use the launch.
Yeah, so that means even if the director of or maybe somebody from the inner circle did that, it might have reached to the president that we're taking the action because of X, Y, Z.
Then the president should be able to intervene right away using his wisdom.
Because if somebody that did that unknown to the president, I think that person should be sacked. This is
gross misconduct, man. You can't treat the person like this.
Exactly.
Whatever the story is, you can't treat the person like gross misconduct. You can't treat the person like this. You can't deny what George, all his stuff. Man, this guy deserves respect. He's your president, man. He served you for 6 years. He shouldn't be. They're allowed the president to use the law.
But you know, this is the question I always ask. Like if I see somebody stealing, you stealing from somebody, you're feeling happy. But will you want somebody to steal from you too? So Joe Biden today, you president, you deny ex-president and his wife and their entourage entry into a VIP launch that he himself constructed, that you just inherited. So what if you will not be president for a lifetime? What if you are not president tomorrow? Your wife, your children, they come in and you know they all deserve respect. Should they be denied too? Will you want to do unto others as you wish them to do unto you? Simple biblical command. Treat me the way you want me to treat you. That is explanation. Yeah.
No, I think this is wrong. Yeah.
Georgia constructed so many roads. So suppose Georgia say you can't drive on some road and construct it. What do you do? Or because Georgia ain't get power again. But you know, people will do things. That's why the wisdom of this woman, when people were questioning it and some people were getting mad, this is it. This woman lacks wisdom. He got age, but he lacks wisdom. And not all old people are wise. Simple. I said this a long time ago. Not all old people are wise.
But in the instant here, if somebody did that to him, how would he feel? Because the thing is, these are all, I don't know how the whole story says is confusing.
Yeah, but that's what Jima is saying. We should take a phone call. He should be the one to call. We say, oh, I heard something went on. Because right now, I mean, he got all to lose. He got all the bad news to carry. We as no more president. Everything that happened like right now is Joe Biden government. So he should be the one. He should be proactive. He should be the one. But this woman again, like me, I'm making my statement and laying the premise from the CPB days. This woman lacks wisdom. He should have intervened in several things that happened in CPB. He failed to do that. Okay? And today, there was no CPB. And exactly because he wanted to be president and he became president. And he's taking that lack of wisdom along with him. Michelle Obama said the presidency does not change you, but it reveals who you are. You will continue to show who you are as president. You will not change. So Joe Biden lacks wisdom. He got the age, but he lacks wisdom. And you know, people will not like it. And this is no insult. This is just a fact. Not all old people are wise. Or else we'll not have old people who are fools going around, you know. Then all the old people should be saying and be very wise. But you got a lot of old fools going around, and you got some young, wise people. But simply because the old people got age on their side, like all of us, so they say, oh, you know, I look in my own family, I got some younger brothers who made some wise decisions even more than me. So I wouldn't say, oh, I'm the oldest brother, so because I'm old, so I'm wise. When I know my little brother is wiser than me, yeah. What I rather do is when my little brother I say, yeah, they were very good. The thing I condemn them when they do bad, when they take stupid decisions. So this woman, he lacks wisdom. Forget about his age, but he lacks wisdom. He's very egotistic. He only thinks about himself. I'm saying it. They want that bottom line. I am saying this because
but Linford, can I hold you a little bit? Can I hold you a little bit? Let me hold you a little bit. Granted, what I mean is your own statement. I mean, we agree. We all got different way to look at it. Nothing, no comment about what you're saying. The question is, why, if you've been stopped as a president of the country, is why the president could not inquire what's going on? Why can you call Joe Barker, President Joe Barker, and say, I've been stopped to not use a VIP launch? What's going on here? Why couldn't you do that?
Yeah, but then why couldn't Joe Barker intervene and say, oh,
he
I'm
doesn't know.
Something.
Mr. Barker could say he didn't know what's going on.
Okay, but then let's wait. If you hear it, I know you hear it.
Yeah, that's why you are jumping to a conclusion. I think now we all know that old man has issues, but you are saying now.
And you know why I'm jumping to a conclusion?
No.
Okay, very good. I'm jumping into a conclusion because if John Weah and people are kind of open fire at that, God forbid, open fire at the airport, they will call Barker and tell him. And so I'm sure he heard it that John Weah is being stopped. He heard it. But you, as usual, this old man, he will throw a rock and hide his hand. Alex doesn't know. This is a man who served in the government for 12 years. He's turning around and say, you know what's going on in the government.
So Linford and Jamal.
Well, we can say a fact. The fact is a fact.
I disagree with you, Linford, on that point, because we should have waited to see the president,
yes, I'm 100% sure. I'm saying this woman lacks wisdom. I give you certain instances. The old man, he presided all the CPP and he broke down on him.
We're not arguing that, but this situation.
No. I'm just answering Francis. I'm saying, I'm saying, give me a sample. I'm not accusing him. He lacks wisdom.
So Linford,
he's all with respect his age, but he lacks wisdom. Not all old people get sense. I mean, not sense, but not all old people are wise.
But the point you're accusing him of right now, the past we know that he has a record issue with that. But the one you accuse him now, the president John Weah did not make any attempt to call to ascertain why it's been stopped. Then you came out to say, "Oh my Lord, he's aware. He do that." Is it fair on the woman part? You're not fair on the president part right now.
Well,
does he know what's going on?
Do we know if Joe Weah made a call, or do we know if the woman
he did not say in the story?
Exactly.
Kalakos said, no. Kalakos should have said that when they came, it was locked. They should have said the president made an attempt, Joe Weah made an attempt, but nobody picked a call. At least he made an attempt, but nobody did not make. That was not mentioned in the article. It was just said that they came, the place was locked, and when they told that you shouldn't use it, they use the old one. So
and when are we talking about? What is the time lapse?
What do you mean? The period of with the incident.
The same thing happened.
This is today's newspaper we're reading right now, boss.
Yesterday, newspaper is called 24 hours. And what has the president said? Has he regretted the incident?
It's not 24 hours.
I saw a post from Kula Fofana said the president was not denied, but now from page saying that he was denied. So now UP, the press secretary is saying
he was not defending the action, saying that you were not denied. So then why were not open? You see it? So they're not regretting it. They are not denying it. So you see where I'm coming from? So this president is in a no. So, but then maybe Tima, you're trying to tell me that there is one spirit, one powerful spirit sitting at the RI who can get yeah. One special powerful spirit sitting at the RI said, "Oh, U.S. president, don't come here without consulting the whole president." Well, then I mean nobody's in control. Anybody can do anything.
No, this thing is wrong. Our thing is wrong. And if the president is not aware of this, whoever did this, the president should be sacked.
The president know boy.
If he's not aware, and this happened.
But you listen to you just quote Kula Fofana, who is president.
That's what she said. So he might take action. So if they lie to him,
the press secretary to the president, who can talk directly to the president, like I'm talking to you, say, Joe Weah will not deny. That means the president knows about it. So it means that Joe Weah lied. They're trying to say that Joe Weah lied.
So until we know the truth, yet instead of investigation, if that happens,
this need to be investigated, guys.
And this is why I asked, what is the timeline? It's been more than 12 hours at least. So what has the government said? besides saying
That Paul just told you.
yeah.
Paul just told you they made a statement, press statement on it.
Yeah.
So there was a press statement that the president would not deny. So I
No,
don't know what is
it's on her Facebook page. She posted it on her Facebook page.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
It would be her personal opinion.
Exactly. So the
No,
president,
know. President Joe Baka knows about 18 years. He just want to belittle George Weah simply because he's president. He got all the power. He want to belittle George Weah. But I will tell you, this is lack of wisdom, Francis Mensah. This is lack of wisdom on the part of our president. Wise men don't do that. King Solomon will not do that.
So
King Solomon will not do that.
Francis is telling you here now. You see this word Francis is saying?
The information minister called the minister of state. Usually, what is he? He was running the entourage.
He was with George Weah.
So he called the entourage. With the entourage, the minister of state and the minister promised to get back to them about the situation.
Look at that. Can you imagine?
Oh my goodness.
The minister promised to get back to them.
I think something. This is, I mean, to be honest, it's wrong.
This is joke. This is
joke. Wrong.
This
is wrong.
Yeah.
And everything right that is administration does, we must praise it. And then wrong thing they do, we must call it by name. There is nothing to be afraid of here.
No, we're saying the same thing. We want to just lay on the issue. We're not saying that the job was done is right. We said it must be investigated. Who have done it should be sacked.
Yeah, I agree. These are our opinions. My opinion is, and it's my, it's my hypothesis, right? I build it based on past events that this president knows about it. The president knows. Well, they can come and prove me wrong by, intervening and releasing an official statement. Apologizing to President Weah and his interest.
I will agree with you now to say that what Paul just told us, if the press secretary put something on a personal front of a Facebook page, there should be an official statement with the gross misconduct against the President George Weah. Should be on the official statement. Press statement saying that this did not happen. This is what happened. This happened. So
other than that, I would say the president knew about it.
I agree, because you can't treat this guy, you can't treat George Weah like this. It's unacceptable, and it should be looked into. And who has done this job should be punished for it. Should be reprimanded. Definitely, this is unacceptable. You can't treat the president like this. I mean,
yeah, because
even a minister in the sitting government should, even the ex-minister should be treated with respect. We should even use a lunch, the VIP lunch, a minister. What about the president? An ex-president, man. No. I think this needs to be investigated.
That is a warning to the rest of those political leaders. The next person could be Cummings, that they will deny him for using that.
You're not even using all one.
That is a caveat.
You will tell him, man, when you get out from the plane, just walk and go. Take your game and go.
Oh, but man, but anyway, Leafos, let me ask you a question.
Yeah, our time is passing, guys.
It's just a quick question. Based on what you have seen for 1 month, 1 week in office,
37 days now.
37 days. So, if I was to ask you to grade this government, what would you give? What would be your grade? For just the 1 month, all of these things that have been happening since they took over the rescue mission, the entire rescue mission.
Look at Francis and Joe.
Yeah, so Joe had a privilege to use the word privilege. It's right, not privilege. It shouldn't be privilege. It should be given that right. No, but Francis just.
Francis is that joking. Pull your leg.
Yeah, Francis just,
But don't pull your leg.
Yeah. Joshua constructed a new one. If anybody has privilege to use it, it should be one guy who has the privilege. But Paul, you asked me a question, right? Yeah. You're asking if I can grade this government. In Norway, if you have a student to fail, like one thing I know, people they never fail. Even if you that dream world, will try to drag you. If you go stay with the group and then you try again, you try. But I find it difficult to grade this government now. I try to apply the Norwegian method.
So
That
method.
yeah, the method is you stand a chance even if you fail in math and science and everything this semester.
Linford.
Yeah.
Me and you went to kindergarten, elementary school, junior high, and high school in Liberia. Let's apply the Liberian method. Don't apply the Norwegian method. Let's apply the Liberian method because
Yeah,
we have
no, that's what I say.
first period, second period.
I tried, but it's not working. I tried to be that lenient, that humble, that very, very forgiving, and apply the Norwegian method. Where I said, well, if you didn't pass all the one, we can drag you along. Maybe you have the opportunity later. But the way I see this here, it's hard now. It's hard to grade the government. Because number one, as people will always say, we started this thing long time ago, you know, they think we're doing it on Facebook. Certain time Facebook, this Facebook will pull up all your activities and show you. I've been watching most of my videos when we are too old. I used to do podcasts alone. And some of the things I used to say, okay to part, it was like I was dreaming about it. But I only saw it and I was thinking far ahead. Then people used to say, oh, the government young, your leader government here. My friend, your word delay. The people can sit down. The time people so sit down, can sit down. In fact, the people can even cry. I can open. Then they say, oh no, the people stay young, your leader people, I will open. Time for the people to sit down and sit down. They say, oh, well, your leader will sit down. That will in your soul. We so do it. They say, oh, your leader government is young. Your league, we are the board. Your hell ball. What happened? So this government here, I'll be very confidential. I will not call him. A very strong supporter of this government. We got our group, several group of girls and me, and even boys. We argue. I'm the ANC man. They will come to me, they will talk all that thing they're defending, they call 1%. This girl called me today. And to show you that I'm not lying, I will show you the call law. You will not see the name, but I will show you the call law and see how many times she called me when I was in the mall. And I had very bad courage. So I couldn't, every time I tried to answer the phone, it was not going through. But I just want to prove to you how many times she called me today. Then finally, I found a place and then we started to talk. And when she told me, she said, she can call me big brother. She right there in Europe. She said, big brother, I want to tell you sorry. I said, what? She said, the way, I know what
My man, it's all right. Just play.
Yeah, exactly. She said, the way we can talk to you tonight, but the way our government going at me, I gave up. I said, I said, wait. I said, in the mall, boy, where you home? She said, I said, but somebody using your phone? She said, no. She said, don't laugh at me. But I tell you serious thing, people, they our government way going me, I gave up. I said, but why give us solutions? She said, and I see plenty of things that you were talking or you've been talking and we can look at. So, you know, the government, yeah, let's get a chance. Me agree or not agree, but let's get a chance, let them grade themselves.
Right.
So I get no grade for them.
Jamal, the same question applied to you. For what you have seen for the past, what? Would I say 7 weeks?
Lunch, they say when I go inside. Like lunch or some point.
Okay. Oh, God, but I like this show sometime, you know, guys. You know, it's fun. Sometimes you discuss like vampire. You got to do some laughter, you know.
Yeah, but it's good to
have fun on a serious note, I'll wait for the 90 days, which is the 3 months. 100 days has to wait. That's what I'll wait for. Then from there, I'll be looking at the scorecard. For now, well, Linford look at it different. I'll look at it from the scorecard of his 90 days or 100 days. From there, we'll know how far things are. And now you will see the government. The government has not got any money in the budget. There's no money to start with. They are empty. The coffers are empty, Paul. So it'll be unfair on my part to grade them right now. So I'll wait for the 100 days to expire, then I'll talk to you about it.
Right. So great. And Linford put it in a way. When we were in school, we have first period, second period, third period, fourth period. So this is the first period. So this first period, with all of these appointments, withdrawing names, and the 100 days that we're supposed to, because I'm looking forward to going to River G now for my car not to be stuck in the mud. I'm looking forward to all that. So I will agree with you, Jamal. We got May 1st or May 14 should be 100 days, not long to go. So wait, we will be entering March when well, one more day to be in March, so not long to go.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
having said that, I think that some of the appointment was good, some no. The decision with the Allingwell, I think that's good. Is something that dear to me, and I'm looking forward to it. So there's good things and there's some misstep
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all
No,
that.
you see, so I've tried to approach this team
Yeah.
professionally and very cleverly. That's why I say I will not grade them. Let them grade themselves because I'm keeping my first term, my first semester. I mean, not first semester, first period grade card. I'm keeping this
Yeah.
secret. Second period and third period before they go for exam. The exam will be at the end of the 90 days.
Okay.
So I'll
Yeah.
put all together and flash it because if you start grading them every period, they will get discouraged. They say, or they might get sense. So you get them a chance, let them perform. Then when you flash it, to them, say,
isn't that happen to many of us when we're small? You go to school first grade, you be running beyond football, then you see in math you get 50, in science you get 50, then you see rare, then it's the other period now. You start, you get bounced back with 90, 90, 90. So you're right.
Yeah. So we keep it like that. Let them have enough time because people will always say, "Oh, you'll get a government chance." So how long? You see, the government thing here, a lot of pregnancy. You're not going behind, coming in from. So and we hear even some of the appointment they made, we see people, the people who they appointed, they passing all over the place. Some of them will even want to resign by themselves. Some of them will be dismissed.
Leaford, when they say let's give government chance, I don't buy into that. Let's give them. I don't. The reason why I don't buy into it, they say we are. I gave you an example where he was inexperienced. He's not an administrator. Coming into the game, he was learning. Like Samuel Doe came from nowhere to learn. So let give we are chance. Yeah, he learned. But with UP, they already experienced. They are seasoners. They are experienced. They were there before. So for them,
and the president have been in government for 45 some plus years.
So for that one, I would not say no. Let's give them time because you're taking novice and putting experience.
Okay, but then grade now. Your own question come to you, grade him.
My own question, I was say in certain area because I would do the math, English, history, science. So in math, I would say 50. Now in the librarian way now 50 me rare. All right. In science, I would say I get 70. That 70 means
that applies to
Allingwell with the conversation. That's so you see, this is how about it. In terms of the 10 you think that they knew exactly what was happening and they decided to put their own people replace them, I will put a big F.
No, but the thing you're doing right now,
and Lefa asked me to do it my
No. But you gave me according to the grade. You just gave science and math. What about the major other subjects? Why exam carry different subjects? You only give science and math.
I'm talking about my time. There were 4 subjects in the wire. I'm talking about my time. Now
the math, science, English, and
there were 4 main subjects. In the one
so what are you doing? Why 1962?
No, I did it 1948. Just to sit down with Joe Barker. 1948, they sit down with Joe Barker.
The public guy, they want BSc from early one, man. That BSc, you can hardly see the signature on it again. I want public carrying.
No, but apart from all jokes, I think there's some good news and some bad news. So let's wait until the 90 days. Yeah.
There is even in here, there are some good times because there is this story about a guy who on your dream Baba thing, they died before him. Then all of them went to hell. Then he died later. So when you're doing good too. So he repented before dying. So when he went, the 2 roads going to heaven and hell, there's a bodyguard standing there. So the son said, "Oh, welcome to heaven." So when he got to hell, my man, the music, all the men out there, they're having good day. So, and that day, the devil had lifted curfew that they can have good time, they can dance and do all the kind of thing. So he heard the music. Then he said, but why they want to go in the same man? Don't have to play the power play that hell. He stood up for long. Then when he low five play, he saw him then. Then he said, but you going on his side to everything. So he went. When he went that whole evening, that's also praying. Said now all of them side, God, they listen to preaching. So the next morning he came back to the gate. He said, my man, I want to go visit my man. To heaven.
Where they get a palm one joint.
Yeah, so the guy said, but when you go, you'll not come back and say, but let me just go, maybe I'll come back. When then when my man do a dancing, my man. So they dance a whole day. Now the next day they will come back to the original. Then the man slept. They had good time all the night. So in the morning, my man, all the men who were well dressed, they start turning to the devil, all that thing and long fight. He said, but man, what happened? He said, but man, I'll leave you. Our man can you live for a curfew? We enjoy more than bring your bike into it. Like we suffering here. Then he ran, he came to the gate. He said, my man, I want to go back to heaven again. He said, no. You're still with us.
You know, Linford, my friend said something to me. He said, people keep saying heaven and hell just to put a little fun in this.
Yeah.
And the guy said, imagine hell would be more exciting than heaven. He said, just think about it. You have all of these DJs around. You get people that Mark James Brown, Michael Jackson, all of these bad guys.
Going to hell?
They in hell. They just 24/7 hear music playing. Do. Then you go to heaven. You see heaven. You see all the old people that the Jehovah Witness, boy, you can see when the old lion, little old man, they just there walking. It's too boring. So
worshiping God, right?
Well, guys, I think
that's a nice one.
I think we've exhausted, and those of you watching us, this is the bottom line Liberia. We can talk seriously, and then so now we just make small fun to cool down the tension. You see, this is Liberia. The Liberian thing here, if you pull on your head, you die before you even see your better Liberia. So we just talking it. If it falls on good ears, fine. Then that's it. But these people always come and promise and do the opposite. So if it's joining on the first time, make this place your home. You can come, let's have fun. You can leave your comment. Anything, don't cost anybody. If you leave good comment, we'll read it and stuff like that. So it was good being here. And Paul and Jamal, you guys can give your final words and then we can start moving. Today was an extraordinary one because we're going 2 hours and 35 minutes. Can you imagine?
That's right. And what I would say tomorrow, if we're back here, we'll talk about the LU student that had a peaceful march, and for some reason the police went after them, which I think is wrong. And we'll discuss that tomorrow in our podcast here tomorrow. It will be good that people follow, and then we'll look at other issues. And tomorrow, what I want to do, some of those appointees, what are their vision for the offices that they're going to hold? So I'll look at water and sewer, particularly Mo Ali. These were people that have just come from school, never held any administrative position. Now they gave them something to do. Liberia, the sewer situation in Liberia, everybody building places and then building separate. Is he going to do? What are they going to do? What is his vision to build a sewer system in Liberia? So all of these young people that were given these big posts, it's time to critique them. So we start building up their profile in the 90 days and see how they will deliver. Because you can't just put young person somewhere because he said moya and get him strong position, and then what become of it? He just withdraw salary. Everywhere in Liberia when it rains, it's just during the rainy season, you don't want to walk around. Especially
Mo Ali has been around and he's been touring though. So let's see.
So
this is what I say. Don't wait for them.
That was say we start grading them, start looking at it, because you know what the reason why I'm heading this direction, the word were used rescue because we needed to be rescued. And so all of the key institutions now we gotta look at it, even those that is sending to fire service, the young man is saying there what he gonna do, how he gonna upgrade it. So we'll look at it step by step. So yes, but meaning tomorrow be looking at the early student. Why now? And I'll be calling on my good friend Kofi Woods, Anthony Kesseley. Those were all student leaders. How can it be in a government and then go
Larry Tupa.
Yeah,
I tried calling Larry Tupac. I tried calling Professor Larry Tupac today. He didn't pick up the phone. I'm trying to get to him. We want to bring him back here.
Yeah.
Even his
Very
job is
difficult
under
for these
question
things.
because it's one of those agencies that was has a turning period. The Good Governor Commission, because he
Good
was
Government
appointed servant.
Commission, yeah.
And he has issue with that. So people are questioning that the person should have finished. The person appointed, the commissioners there should have finished their term before they put the new person. But those are questions to be looked into. Anyway, on my part, I want to say a good thank you, a big thank you to all those who they follow on Jala TV, from Jala TV, our Facebook, YouTube as well. If you're your first time here, we say welcome. Always, my colleague always say, make this place your home. We discuss everything about Liberia. We make fun, we make joke, where we serious about Liberia. If you got anything to share with us, please drop it in our box. We'll look into it. If you got any questions, you want topic for us to discuss, and if you want to appear on the show as one of our guests or panelists, we'd like to have you. Drop your questions, and we'll always be here to listen to you, and we'll do our best to answer if we can. Thank you very much. Have a lovely weekend.
Thank you a lot. Today is Tuesday. Just like you see, they got usually weekend thing here.
How are you on the week? How are you on the Fridays? I just can have a lovely week.
Yeah, we're gonna be back here tomorrow. Like Paul said, if I'm not here, or I don't hear Jamal will be here, or I might just be, I don't know. But it was good, and on my part, I know I was very strong on the VP on the president tonight when I said he lacks vision. That's my opinion. Not disrespect, but I expect him to take some. I would have told my father, my late father, if you were making wrong decision, I would tell him, "You, my father, I expect you to do this." And I think that's one reason. That's one thing my father would die. When my father died, he would take with him that we talk face to face like two equals. I told him the fact all the time, and so he will always call me if he want to do anything. Sometimes I'll disagree, but he will say, "Okay, I'll do the one." But even if he disagree, but at least he respected me for my view. The old man, if he wants to show that he got his wise, is that wise old man, he said, "You are the elderly person in the house, Mr. President, and you are the president. Talk, do things. Let's say yes, we got a role model because a lot of us are looking up to you as president and as the wisest man, the oldest man in the house. But if you don't do it, you disappoint us. We'll come strong, and I'm one person who is good at doing that. I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend him, and I'm not apologetic about it. I'm only saying I'm sorry if you think that's wrong, but I'm not apologizing to anybody for that. So we'll be here tomorrow again. Thanks for joining us. This is the Borderline Liberia. My name is Livestream, and this is how I would like to take you home. We hope you join us the next time we are here. Let me see what I say. Yeah, okay, this is it.